FM, Maplewood, New Jersey, broadcasting from Essex County.
Nonfiction Studio, WZYE 95.9 FM, Nonfiction Radio, specializing in production, mixing, and mastering. Located at 134 Evergreen Place, East Orange, New Jersey, Suite 904. Nonfiction booking at gmail.com, 862-205-9817.
Golden Glow Cosmetics, specializing in handmade soaps and beauty cosmetics. Proud sponsor of WZYE 95.9 FM. You can follow them on Instagram at GoldenGlow_COS. Golden Glow Cosmetics, where glowing skin is always in.
Carrera.
St. James Gate Public House, located at 167 Maplewood Avenue, Maplewood, New Jersey. Proud sponsor of WZYE 95.9 FM. www.stjamesgatepublichouse.com.
What's up, New Jersey? It's your boy Murph, and I'm here on Nonfiction Radio to tell you about the best way to turn up whenever it's time to celebrate. I'm here to tell you about that Wavy Baby. Right now, we off that Wavy Baby drink. Make sure you visit www.wavybabydrink.com or follow us on Instagram at Wavy Baby Drink so you can try that blue pineapple, green apple, and peach passion flavor Wavy Baby.
Here we go. Next time. Your mic's good?
Yeah.
My mic's good too. What's
know if
up,
my
Mo?
mic is on.
Here we go. Nonfiction Radio. 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. every Sunday. Me and Mo Black. It's me and Mighty. Is it still Mo? Is it now?
Yeah, today it's still Mighty Mo Black. Yeah.
Mighty Mo Black. Right now, I'm Jim Mead, as always, here. And, this is the score. We got a lot to do today. A lot of NFL. We got some Jet talk. We got some Yankees clinching. Third playoff berth in 4 years.
There we go. Here we go.
We got Notre Dame football. Bring up
Yankees.
some local stuff from Notre Dame. Big win yesterday.
Yep.
And we're waiting on Jack Stevens to come in, and
Yeah, Jack
hopefully
Stevens, the hitchhiker.
The hitchhiker is he the hitchhiker today?
He was the hitchhiker today. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
He's on his way.
I mean,
Last week he was the.
I guess he's
Jack Stevens the
I guess he's
decathlete.
putting his thumb out, and no one's hooking him up with a ride.
I don't know. I wouldn't pick him up.
I wouldn't pick him up either. I've
Crazy.
given him rides, but I
Crazy
wouldn't
person.
pick him up if I didn't know him.
Crazy person. But
And,
yeah, he'll be in the building. Jack Stevens.
Jack Stevens. Hopefully we hear from CJ today. We'll see.
Definitely.
I mean, he's going to be sour grapes, obviously, still from Thursday.
Yeah, that Thursday loss for Jets fans was quite big of a sting.
That was
the second half.
That was a really fun game, though.
It was a fun game.
The first quarter, the first half rather, looked like the Browns and Jets were playing. You're like, oh my God, this is gonna be
so bad.
This is gonna be brutal.
It was one of the best Thursday night games I've seen in a while.
It was the best Thursday night game.
Just because they came back.
Yeah, and the storyline.
Yes.
The drama that
Definitely.
Darnold, wasn't taken by the Browns.
Yep.
He's already like franchise Jet quarterback already.
Yeah.
And you got, Baker, who hasn't gotten a chance yet, grumpy little guy, like,
Yeah.
I can't wait to get in. He wants to go head to head with Darnold. He came in and showed why he should be number one. Well, right now we'll see what happens. Long careers, hopefully for both of them.
Yeah.
But that was great.
It was a great game. I'll tell you one thing I noticed is that he definitely has an arm. He has a cannon.
He absolutely
And he looks very accurate.
He has a laser beam.
Laser beam. So that should be good for the Browns going forward. It definitely gives them some hope. First win in the last 3 seasons. Is that right? Last 2 seasons?
Yeah, they were 1-31, so I guess 2 years ago they won. So 3 seasons, yes, the first win since.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
So at home, and it was a good win because it was a second half victory.
National televised, everyone's watching just that game.
Yeah.
You don't tune in. If that's the 1 o'clock game, no one's tuning in unless you're a Jet fan or you're from Cleveland and you're a Browns fan. You're not watching the Jets.
You're not. Thursday night forced you to watch it.
Yeah, forced you to watch it. And we've talked a lot of smack about Thursday night games.
We have.
And
I hate them.
Already,
I hate them.
Already in week 3, We may have seen the most entertaining game of the season so far. On that group text we had, I said the last Thursday night game that was great. It was just a Thanksgiving game when Leon led.
I know. Why do you have to take it there? You always got to throw a shot.
That game was great.
You got to throw a shot. That was Thanksgiving. That doesn't even count.
I know, but it's still Thursday.
No, it doesn't. That was before the Thursday night.
I understand that, but it was still on a Thursday.
You just wanted to rub the Cowboys, face in the fucking shit for a little while.
Yeah.
Just admit it.
Yes.
You really wanted to get under my skin. I don't know why.
I did.
For what? Because I'm a Cowboy fan? Because we beat you guys? Because we're going to talk about that on the show.
We
definitely have to talk about the Cowboys, really.
That was demoralizing.
Yeah.
We'll see how both teams bounce back.
Both teams bounce back. We bounce up.
You did bounce up, but I mean, now
Zeke looked like Zeke again.
Now you got to go up to Seattle. What's your...
record in Seattle isn't too good.
What usually happens when you go up to Seattle?
Hey, you know what? It's a different team, different year. Seattle doesn't look all that good. Our defense looked remarkable.
Your front seven is really good.
Yeah. So
your front seven. Yeah. Okay, your front seven and Ezekiel are elite.
Yeah. So we got Jack Stevens, the hitchhiker, in the building.
All right,
so we're gonna take a quick commercial.
We'll be right back. Stay tuned to Nonfiction Radio.
Here we go.
This program is brought to you by General Tech Auto Center. They offer vehicle and maintenance repairs such as car batteries, spark plugs, oil filters, air filters, wiper blades, brakes, and much more. General Tech Auto Center is ASC and...
I know you're gonna dig this.
That's one dynamic duo. A lot of women want me, but I'm in love with you though. Your ex is unimportant. That boy can't even afford it. I drive so many foreigns, baby, I should be deported. I got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited, so gonna get to clapping. Go pop it for a plan, pop it for me. Turn around and drop it for a plan, drop it for me. I'll rent a beach house in Miami. Wake up with no jammies. Lobster tail for dinner. Julio served that scampi. You got it if you want it. Got it if you want it. Said you got it if you want it. Take my wallet if you want it now. Jump in the Cadillac. Girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it all. I'm gonna give it to you. Gold jewelry shining so bright. Strawberry champagne on us. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Sex by the fire at night. Silk sheets and diamonds, all white. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. I'm talking trips to Puerto Rico. Say the word and we go. You can be my flica. Girl, I'll be a flica, mamacita. I would never make a promise that I can't keep. I promise that your smile ain't gonna never leave. Shopping sprees in Paris. Everything 24 carats. Take a look in that mirror. Now tell me who's the fairest. Is it you? Is it you? Is it me? Is it me? Say it's us. Say it's us. And I'll agree, baby. Jump in the Cadillac. Girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it all. I'm gonna give it to you. Gold jewelry shining so bright. Strawberry champagne on us. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Sex by the fire at night. Silk sheets and diamonds, all white. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. You say you want a good time, but here I am, baby. Here I am, baby. Talk to me, tell me your mind. What's on your mind? If you want it, girl, come and get it. All this is here for you. Tell me, baby. Tell me, baby. What you you touch me, but love the way you fuck me. Girl, ain't no need for fun, cause you're my type of woman. Wanna fly you out the country to show you how I'm stunning. Cause you got what I'm wanting, and I got all this money. That's what I like. That's what I like. Like it. That's what I like. That's what I like. Sex by the fire.
I ain't never gonna come through when you never gonna call. I'ma come through when I want. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
Tell him, hold up, hold up, hold up. I ain't rushing with the work, I'm coming with the work anytime that I want. Wait a minute, wait a minute, hold up. Tell him, hold up, wait a minute, wait a minute, hold up. Coming when I want. Game flow, ceasefire, that's a fight. I throw 2 lines on 20-ounce spray. To my nearest, no quarter. Knees in the water. Some freaks in the water. In the V like a water. Hold up. Mixing that some rock bed box all night. I don't care what they doing, man. I'm doing what I like. Hold up. From the bottom, feeling mad. Hold up. What if that when we started from the past? Wait a minute. Crib got the elevators in it. Wait a minute now, buy on pillar in it. Hold up. I ain't rushing with the work, I'm coming with the work anytime that I want. Wait a minute, hold up. Tell him, hold up. Wait a minute, hold up. Coming when I want. Game flow, ceasefire, that's a spike. I throw 2 lines on 20-ounce spray.
Quavo, when I pull out a chopper, every chopper on sight. In the truck, catching planes, OG Jerry Rice. When you a millionaire, you do not care about the price. You play with my money, no will come take your life.
Baby, that too crazy. Put me to sleep like a baby. I like to smoke with Jamaicans. Saba said you are my Haitian. Be tight with the Asians. I like Malaysian. I like to get it. Yo, I know that she get excited when I get inside it. Ride my pony, get it yo.
Hey, look, don't know me, need to hold up. If you got the kickers, you need to roll up. Couple sipping, I'm popping on Minnesota. Diamonds on my neck, I'm sick. I done caught Ebola. My nose from the bend, I'm chopping up a Motorola. Y'all been on these when they see me, call me Casanova. No measurement when I'm pouring the soda. Keep the pocket rocket for the couple trying to take it over.
Tell him, hold up. Tell him, hold up. I ain't rushing with the work, I'm coming with the work anytime that I want. Wait a minute, hold up. Tell him, hold up. Wait a minute, hold up. Coming when I want. Game flow, ceasefire, that's a spike. I throw 2 lines on 20-ounce spray. Hold up. Tell him, hold up. I ain't rushing with the work, I'm coming with the work anytime that I want. Wait a minute, hold up. Tell him, hold up. Wait a minute, hold up. Coming when I want. Game flow, ceasefire, that's a spike. I throw 2 lines on 20-ounce spray.
We are back here. Yeah, I don't know what's up with my mic. I'm not really hearing myself too much.
I can hear you.
We're back here at the Score Nonfiction Radio. Of course, with me, got Jim Meade here, the Mighty Mo Black, and to my immediate right, who do we have? The Hitchhiker, Jack.
How you doing? Are you going to Selma?
The Hitchhiker,
Are you
Jack
going to Selma?
I don't know. Are you?
I hitchhiked here.
You did hitchhike here.
Yeah, I hitchhiked. I pulled out my thumb.
I'm surprised you got it.
That's what I suggested.
You just
when he put out his thumb, you think it worked?
But you got to smoke a little angel. You get it just right. You can go to Kansas,
So you got picked up or nah? You
I think a thing that carried me on his back.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah.
How much you paying? Like $2?
Just crack.
Just crack.
Yeah.
All crack. I'll take payments and all crack.
Yeah.
I just take the crack, young man. I just want the crack.
You get all. Get
I'll
all
get
my
you
back.
anywhere you need to
Balls.
go. Just give me the crack.
Yeah, we had. I'm glad we came in and we did a quick commercial break because I had one of the worst intros to the show. So Mo just did it over. Now we got our full cast.
That's what happened to me last week.
Yeah, I was ready to go and then I was like,
I was stumbling.
That's how I sounded.
I had too much meth last night.
Well, I don't know what happened.
I hitchhiked everywhere last night. I
didn't have enough drinks last night. That's why.
Everywhere.
That's why I wasn't.
I mean, you
ready.
don't have the fear of something happening. You're a big fucking dude. You're an ex,
No, I want to get raped.
All-American.
I want to get
lineman.
raped. Like raped. Like I want to get like a big hillbilly lady and just, I'll take you back in the back and show you what's
Is that
right.
really rape though? I'm sure there's not going to be so much resistance.
I'm gonna just scream like, stop, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Not too much resistance.
Stop. Stop.
That doesn't sound like a rape.
Keep going, motherfucker.
Hey, we're glad that you the nice hitchhikers
I made it.
picked you up and made
I made
you
it.
here. So
You ever hitchhiked before?
I have.
No.
Have
I'd
you?
like to though. It seems pretty cool.
Hitchhiked?
Yeah, like
No.
It was more of a 70s thing. 60s, 70s.
I gotta bring that back.
Hitchhiking was like a big.
I'm pretty sure it's illegal now.
Is it?
Because of all the
No wonder people just kept going and just, who the fuck are you?
I think that was a 60s thing, and then they banned it in the 70s because of all the nut jobs in the 60s.
Yeah, but it was killing people, right?
Yeah, like Ted Bundy and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a good way to kill somebody.
It's a great segue.
Great segue into
Great
sports
segue into
movie.
your Penn State Nifty Lions.
Woo!
Another big win for
That's
them.
sick. You said Nifty Lions because that's cool. If you did, that's
I did.
Nifty Lions.
Nittany.
Nittany.
Nittany
That's what I
Lions.
said.
I said
You said
nifty.
Did I say Nifty?
Yeah, so
That was
that's-
great.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it should be Nifty. There's a whole town called Nifty.
Yeah, I think it's a nifty PA, right?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Why
That's CJ's town.
You know, Penn State, right? When they don't have like football is everything in Penn State. I don't know if you ever been to like a college where there's a lot of things going on basketball,
there.
and it's football.
Yeah, I've been there.
Like
It's unbelievable.
It's
Them
football.
well, that's Big Ten, the true Big Ten schools. Them, I've been out
Ohio
there.
State, yeah.
Ohio State.
Yeah.
It's nuts over there.
Yeah.
Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
Ann Arbor's another.
Oh
I haven't been
man,
out there. One of my buddies went to.
I want to go. I want to go to Ohio
They
State.
scored a lot yesterday too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. I mean, Penn State again ran up some basketball numbers, putting up 35 points in the fourth quarter.
They don't look too weak without Saquon Barkley.
The best
Saquon
We're gonna
Barkley.
get to Barkley. We're gonna get to Barkley, you Giants fans.
No, I'm saying they don't look weak. Penn State doesn't look weak.
Yeah, because we're gonna talk about Saquon's 11 carries for 28 yards. It's not college, man.
Well, listen.
Not
all right.
college.
Well, listen, it's different. All right, we will get to that.
All right. Calm down.
Calm down. Is right. Calm
Yeah,
down.
well,
Calm
we
down.
didn't get to talk about it.
I
Y'all want me to
understand.
calm down.
I understand.
Listen,
That's
we would.
fine, but you
ever got jumped
fresh
by?
up.
You ever got
You
jumped
just
by a white and black dude?
You didn't even.
It's about to happen.
You didn't even take a breath. You were so.
You just
Because
jumped
you
right
want
in
to
it.
Saquon Barkley. I mean,
You jumped
11
right in
carries
it.
for 28 yards.
Hey, listen,
I had to bring it up.
He's tough. I mean, what do you have? 11 catches for what? 80 yards? That's nothing. But that's not on him. All the Giants got to do some stuff. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
The best college football game of the night, though, was
Stanford, Oregon.
the second latest one.
Stanford, Oregon.
Oregon
Watch
overtime
that.
game.
I know you're a Stanford
Listen.
fan too. I know that's your the West Coast team.
Listen, I love
Jack
Stanford.
Stevens.
I actually, I'm falling off my. I was too high last night. I gotta be honest. I was a
That
little too
happens.
high.
It happened.
It was
Saturday.
It was Saturday night.
High last
Any
night.
day
I
to be
hitchhiked.
high.
I smoked some angel dust.
Oh man.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You're all over the place.
Yeah. I was.
How are you here?
I'm a
I
seven.
don't understand how he has all these jobs. He was a referee at the Catholic. Where were you the week before that? You're the
I was a DJ.
Oh, the DJ. Right, he's a DJ.
Yeah.
I mean,
Man,
he still finds time to get
I mean,
blasted
you
on
gotta
Saturdays.
get it. You gotta take the opportunity and run with it. Man. You just can't stay still.
Well, we're happy to have you here, Jack Stevens.
Are you going to Tulsa?
I'll tell you what, though, the kid from Oregon, I already told Mo about this on the ride over here.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert.
I like him.
Me too.
I like him.
I'd like to see him possibly.
346 he threw for yesterday.
Yo,
I like him.
The kid's accurate. He's
Yeah.
poised. He's an athlete.
26 for 33.
6'6".
Yeah.
6'6".
He's a monster.
235.
He's a monster.
I like him a lot, man.
Oregon always
Already-
produces them.
I could see him in. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not giving up on anything. It's only week 3, but I could just see him.
Yeah.
In
Being
a
a
big
Giant.
blue uniform. What the hell?
You guys need something.
Well, listen.
Can we segue now into the game? Is that another one?
We need a lot of things.
You
But
guys
yeah,
don't
we
be
can
looking at me like that because y'all lost, yo.
We can segue. We can
Mad at me.
segue. That's fine.
Be mad at the
If you
offensive
didn't know,
line.
I like
he's a
Mad at the Giants
Cowboys
offensive
fan.
Justin Herbert.
You guys are lucky
to the
I
New
took
York
it out. I
Giants.
didn't rub it in. I wear no Cowboy paraphernalia.
Because you don't have to, because they
You
won.
know.
So I get your
Right.
point. You're
Listen,
trying to make
it's
good for you. That's fine.
one game.
You know what else? You should be really proud of yourself that you beat the Giants, right? The lowly Giants. Good for
Oh,
you.
really?
They
The
won
lowly Giants?
They won 3 games last year.
Yeah, but you guys have a full team this year.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens. We'll see
Yeah,
what happens
yeah,
this week.
yeah.
And since
Prediction for today.
Well,
Tough
hold
guy.
on, hold on. Before, can I give him some? You know, he was hitchhiking here. He didn't hear some of the news.
Listen,
they benched Flowers.
Great.
Flowers
Great.
is on
Hey, 'cause there's
the
all
bench.
Great.
Yeah, I think so
Great.
too.
I think
Oh,
the
which
young,
was-
who's
because
next? Is it Brown next?
So who's stepping up?
Yeah,
in his
who's
place?
stepping
Show you right now.
Yeah.
Because
Nobody
I'm gonna
cares.
tell you right
That's
now,
all
he
I'm saying.
gave
He's an
up
offensive
so-
lineman for the Giants. Nobody cares who's replacing him.
Let me tell you.
It's not that big of a deal.
It is a big deal because
No, that's a huge deal.
Big deal to you guys.
Well, yeah, and our
the
radio
rest of the
station.
world doesn't give a fuck
Yes.
about.
Well, hold on.
the
Are we
Giants'
like? Are we?
offensive line?
Listen,
I didn't bring my
cares?
knife.
I know we're very
Flowers.
powerful. I know
I'm
we're
telling you,
very
I didn't bring
powerful
my
radio
knife.
station. Are we
I didn't
on,
bring
like,
my knife.
China?
You're looking at me real hard, bro.
I didn't bring my knife.
Be mad at me. He said, be mad at the Giants' offensive line.
I know the guy was undrafted, Chad Wheeler,
There you go.
Great.
but he's 6'7". He's 6'7",
Cares?
300 some pounds. Well, I mean, can you give Eli 3 seconds? That's what I care about.
That's all we need.
I care.
That's all we need.
That's the thing.
Flowers is giving up everything but his
All
booty.
right. All right, we'll get to that. I'm sorry, I'm jumping the gun here. Let's get through the top 10 in the football,
All right.
college football yesterday.
Fine.
All right, we started out Penn State, like I said, Penn State from top 10, 63-24 against Illinois.
Love it.
Alabama, of course, beat the shit out of Texas A&M, 45.
You know, that's kind of scary because I remember growing up, Texas A&M was ridiculous.
Yeah, they still always have a good program.
You know, I mean,
they
A&M,
came into the game ranked 22nd.
They're a football program.
Yeah, that's a program.
Yeah. And, in sheer Roll Tide fashion, they shut them down in the second half.
Roll Tide.
They're unbelievable.
Yeah.
I tell you, I went down to goddamn Mississippi, goddamn hitchhiking, Roll Tide.
Well, how about, I mean, I don't know. Do you watch the Notre Dame game? It was on at noon.
Notre Dame TV.
We're going to get to Notre Dame.
Hey, you know what?
Georgia, let's just get through top 10. Georgia, number 2 ranked, came in.
I love
beat
it.
Missouri,
Yeah.
43-29. Clemson beat Georgia Tech, 49-21.
That's
State,
Yeah.
number 4, beat shit out of Tulane, which was expected.
We got to get into those games where, where the top 10 is playing the top 10. I mean, last week was a good week. This was like a blowout week.
This was a blowout week, except for
The next 2 weeks are going to be blowouts.
Notre Dame at Wake Forest, by the way, was only a 6.5 point spread.
See,
Really?
and that's scary.
Yeah, Notre
They've
Dame
been
came-
having some close
Notre
calls.
Dame
Came
won,
in ranked
Notre
eight.
Dame won 56-27.
They've been having some close calls.
Wake Forest had a late touchdown. It didn't mean anything. So whatever you want to do with that score, but they found their quarterback. They've been bouncing around. Kelly's been getting stuff from the alumni. You know how Notre Dame runs itself.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
alumni only.
Oh, yeah.
Ian Book, 25-34, 325 yards, 2 touchdowns in the air, 3 rushing. He's poised. He's smart. He's accurate. And unfortunately for us,
Notre Dame TV.
Our New Jersey boy out of Jersey City, Wimbush, looks like he's going to be riding the pine out of St. Peter's Prep. Looks like that's a wrap for him.
By the
as a
way, they beat
quarterback.
Bergen
you know what
Catholic last week.
Yeah, that was a big game.
Yeah.
Huge. Good for St. Peter's.
Yeah.
The thing with Wimbush is they're stacked at running back. He might be their best running back. He's a great athlete.
He's a good athlete.
Yeah.
And you know what? They can put him in on some. Notre Dame isn't known for this, but
Some slot.
bring him in and for a little trickery.
Yeah.
Bring him in
But
to
Notre
run.
Dame doesn't
bring him
play
in to
that-
run.
that's not their brand
They
of
don't.
basketball.
But guess
Their
what?
brand
It's
of
not their
football.
brand of football. But guess what? Everybody needs to change, especially because they have.
Let me tell you something. Let me
Look,
tell you
they
something.
put up 56 points without any trickery.
Very true,
right?
but with
So-
Stanford
I
changed
understand the spread was
Stanford changed their
little,
offense. I
but
remember
it
that
was
was
Forest.
Stanford was an all-run team.
Which is why it's so funny being a Notre Dame fan or being a college football fan.
Right.
How you have to root for even your rivals to do
Yeah.
well until you play them. For instance,
Yeah.
Stanford. I was so glad they won last night because they're playing at Notre Dame next week.
Oh, yeah.
That's the biggest game
Oh,
of the
yeah.
season
Yeah,
for
7
both,
versus
both
6.
teams.
7
Both
versus
teams.
6.
Oh yeah.
So that's I'm
Oh, yeah.
very happy they won.
I'll be drunk.
I was happy that Herbert did well for a future Giant quarterback out of Oregon. But
Man,
Yeah.
really calling that early. He's really calling that early.
Listen, we don't have too much time with Eli.
I am.
We don't got too much time
I'm
with
not
Eli.
blaming Eli, but he'll be 38 by next season. Come on.
When did his brother retire? At 41, 42? When did he retire?
Yeah, but he missed
Definitely
like
50.
Yeah, but he missed like a whole season and
Yeah, he
got to
did.
regret. And by the way, his O line and his D line were so amazing. He was
Yeah.
dinking and dunking when they won that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Could have, but
Dinking and dunking.
But I mean, I'm glad he got another one. He's a great player. But
Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's
probably one of the best quarterbacks.
Hall of Famer.
He's in the argument for top 3 best quarterback ever.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
Eli's obviously not him, but Eli doesn't miss a whole season for neck surgery either.
I mean, listen, he got the most consecutive.
He did until McAdoo.
benched him.
McAdoo benched him. No one's gonna pass Brett Favre.
Brett Favre is crazy.
Somebody else got it too. One of the linemen has it.
Well, that's for linemen though. That's a different category.
All time. I don't know if like all players.
Oh yeah. I mean, some of those old heads, man. They don't mess around. They don't miss games ever.
McAdoo fucking benched him.
Well, that was
that
was from above, and they made him do it so they could fire him the next. It's a whole scapegoat all over the place. Let's get.
I love the NFL.
LSU number 6 ranked. LSU. Louisiana Tech, which is always a
LSU opened the year
home of the Odell Beckhams.
And they just showed, like in these 3 weeks, that they're a top team, just like that.
Yeah. 38-21. Stanford again came in 7th, which is probably the best game of the week to me.
Definitely.
Beat 20th Oregon.
At home, in Oregon. So
that's huge.
Not a tough,
that's huge.
It's definitely a tough place to play.
38-31. Notre Dame, like we said, beat Wake Forest 56-27. And to round out the top 10, Auburn beat the shit out of Arkansas.
Wait, what is it like? What would you say like the hardest place to play in
college?
I think it's got to be Ohio State.
Well, recently because they've been so good.
Right?
Yeah. Historically, that's a really good question.
I mean, you would say Notre Dame.
Well,
Boise State.
If you're gonna go the past.
With that blue turf.
Yeah. Apparently, that throws a lot of people off.
They're up there in recent years. They're definitely up there.
Yeah.
They had some birds like fly into the.
Yeah.
Like fly right into the ground.
Yeah.
Boise State.
I would say.
Sure as hell ain't Rutgers.
I would say if they lost to Buffalo. Gainesville, Florida. That's a real. And I've been there, and I watched Georgia beat them actually while Tebow was there. That was a really cool.
Back in the day, like I used to love watching Miami football.
Me too. Everybody did.
That's not true.
You didn't like
Catholics versus the criminals.
Yeah,
Catholic. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Notre Dame.
Yeah,
so
of course.
I didn't like watching.
Right.
What about Florida State?
However,
did you like Florida State?
I hated Florida State.
What?
However, looking back, I mean, I didn't when I was happening.
You can appreciate those games.
Oh my God, that 30 Miami, that was the coolest team ever.
Yeah.
They were.
You think I wanted to be on Notre Dame with a bunch of dorks? I would have wanted to be on Miami. That's what
the Catholics are better. The Catholics are better.
That's what the title was. It was called. They called
Catholic criminals. I know.
Yeah.
That guy made like $30,000 that day. And
good for him.
And t-shirts.
It's awesome.
I know.
What a clever, good for him.
Catholics were.
That 30 for 30 was unbelievable.
Ooh, the U?
Yeah, the U.
That was so
great.
cool.
Yeah.
The Florida State teams I hated too, with Charlie Ward and everything.
Let me tell you something. Charlie Ward's my best player. I met him actually. He's actually one day, right? This is a quick story. Where we having like one of them peer mentor group thing down at the Javits. Strahan came out, Walt Clark came out, all them players came out.
Yeah.
So Charlie Ward was there, right? And he was a Heisman winner. Heisman quarterback winner, like.
Yeah.
And he went to the
Knicks. He got
Knicks.
drafted in 3 sports.
Yeah. Went to the Knicks. Right. So I'm happy.
He had some good years.
Just to inform the listeners.
Let's call him Charlie Hustle.
Charlie Hustles.
That was his.
So check this out, right? And it was weird because I admired him. Watch his classic sports that and I admired him as a football player. So I asked him one day. I said, listen, what would you have rather played, basketball, football? And swear to God, he looked up in the clouds for like 5 minutes before he answered this question and said, I wish I was football. He didn't go because he thought he wasn't going to get drafted.
Here's the thing. Well, the ideal one is baseball. Everyone should realize that. American youth should realize that baseball is
the way to go.
at.
That is the
money.
It's
guaranteed money. Yeah. You can play for 20 years and without batting an eye. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Playing every day is grueling. They don't get enough credit for being tough.
Right.
You get nicks and everything. Like you get hit by a pitch. Yeah. You can't run. You know what I mean? All those things. All that aside, I mean, I like that he said that, but I think he chose wisely because
the money.
He's 5'11".
We have a caller.
Yeah.
He would have got his head knocked in, man. What am I hitting, the orange button?
No, you don't hit nothing.
Oh yeah, come on in.
You're on Nonfiction Radio's The Score. We got on the line with us.
Yeah, you got Super Rock and actually Chief Rocker, man, former partner and protege of Super Rock and Mr. Magic, may you rest in peace.
Yeah. Who is this?
What's up, bro?
This is Chief, man. I used to be on the request line with Mr. Magic, you know. Rest in peace again, you know what I mean? And Homage was on High 97, you know what I mean? I was his partner. And I'm also the president partner, Fly Ty, you know, former owner of Coachella Records. That's my man as we speak.
Okay. Fly Ty, shout out to Fly Ty.
Fly Ty.
97. You know, we over here talking about a couple things. Right now, Charlie Ward, specifically.
Charlie Ward. No, feel
we're
free,
talking
man.
about the Giants.
Bring up whatever topic
we
you
talked
got.
about that game.
Ahead,
whatever you got on your brain.
Shoot.
Yeah, what's up? Let me give a shout out, man, you know what I'm saying, to Michelle Adams out there, you know what I mean, in North Carolina. You know, that's one of my new partners, you know what I'm saying, which I'm going to make an A&R under me.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Anything, yeah, man, you just go ahead, man. Shout out to your grandmother, man. Shout out to your grandmother, man.
You got a question about sports or just shout outs?
Man, just let him go, man. Just let him go, man. This is the best part of this radio show right now.
This all about where I'm from, and I'm from Marcy, son. So cough up a lung. Jay-Z, big up to the man, because you know we grew up together in the same.
That's what I'm talking about, son. That's what I'm talking about, son. Duffin, son.
Shout out to Hov.
Marshy, Nick.
What's up? You got any more shout outs for us?
What you got, man? Who else you want to shout out?
Mainly, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, my artist that's out there right now, you know what I'm saying, Young Chris, you know, he got this song called Down and Out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to Chris Down and Out, Brooklyn, baby.
You know, Chris, right, man, you know what I'm saying, up and coming, man. We doing our thing, man, and, you know, more to come, you know what I'm saying, from the sister Michelle Adams, which I, you know,
yeah, shout out to Michelle, baby. Yeah.
There you go. Down and out.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, listen, man, you got anything on the sports game today, man? You got anything on your mind?
Any bets going on today?
What about the bets, brother?
I know you out there in the streets getting it in.
Brooklyn, son.
Yeah, you know what
Brooklyn,
I mean?
son.
They run all the numbers over there.
You know what I mean?
Got good bookies out.
What's going to happen in the Giant games today, man? What's your prediction?
Don't get duffed out, Brooklyn, son.
I'm right now in the process of walking, so I ain't in the house watching no sports. You know what I mean?
Right, you're a gangster, man. We don't drive cars, we walk the streets, man, ready to duff a nigga, baby.
Yeah, we got Jack Stevens, the goddamn hitchhiker in here.
Yeah,
you called that at the right time.
Sit, baby. The world traveler in here, Brooklyn. Brooklyn, son. Brooklyn.
Yeah. That's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? And I got to give my son a shout out too, man. Maliko, you know what I mean? He's locked down.
Yeah, man. You got any Brooklyn churches to shout out, man?
You gotta get that name.
Yo, tell him my shout out, baby. I'm from the radio, you know what I'm saying? So I'm from that cloth, you heard what I'm saying?
That's on that name, he gets a hand clap. Shout out to Maliko in the building.
It's Maliko, nigga, Brooklyn, nigga.
Yeah.
That's right, Non-Fiction Radio, yo.
That's what it is.
That's what's up.
You guys.
The score.
Man, thanks for calling in, brother. I really appreciate that, man.
Call in. Feel free, 973-672-0317.
That was a great call. We prefer, if you want, though, we prefer like sports questions. If you want, shout outs are cool for like a minute, but that was all right, but whatever.
Yeah, shout out to our call.
I love shout outs, man. Brooklyn, baby.
I think last but not least, Maliko was my favorite.
Maliko.
Great name.
Yeah, he up in the Brooklyn house, man. He got caught up with a little gun charge, one of my sons and shit. I got 5 boys, he's 20. And we trying to beat the case, man, because he just had a prior one, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, shout out, man. Yo, everybody hold their head back in Brooklyn, man. Everybody locked up, man. Maliko, hold your head, man. Thanks for calling in, brother.
Michelle.
You know what I mean? Appreciate it, man. Shout out to Michelle, baby. That was wild. It was wild. Brooklyn on in the house, man.
That was amazing. He was just walking around.
Yeah, man. It's one of my fellow hitchhikers, man. My fellow hitchhikers, man.
We have open door policy.
I love the call-ins. That's great.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
Maliko. Jesus, my
favorite. My new nephew's gonna be named Maliko.
Good luck, pass it on. Yeah, good luck.
Maliko. Yo, man.
Like
shout out to
anybody else who wants to call in, 973-672-0317 here at Nonfiction. This is the score. Generally, we only take calls about sports.
That got to be the all-time famous shout-out.
I mean,
the energy's there, yeah.
Endless shout-outs is, you know.
Yeah, call in for endless shout-out.
We tried.
That was shout out.
We tried a couple times. Like, once you already got in the giant, nah,
Yeah,
man. What up,
Nah, man.
Michelle?
You don't want to talk about no sports, man.
But I was just walking here. So
Yeah,
I got,
man.
I'm not in the house, man.
Yeah, man. I just did 25. Shout out to Brooklyn, son.
Shout out to Marcy Projects. You know what I'm
Marcy,
saying?
son. Marcy,
She's
son.
rocking. You know what I mean?
Yo, man.
Michelle.
But thanks for he's
Mr.
listening, though. He's
Magic.
listening. He's listening.
Putting it in, man. I
He's the
appreciate
That's
it.
what's up,
Cold
man.
Chillin' Records, man.
I love it.
Yo,
Former
man.
owner.
Yo, entrepreneurship is real, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. It's
I like it.
entrepreneurship. And shout out to St. James Gate
That's a good.
in Maplewood, New Jersey.
It's a great segue.
It's
Yeah,
always
that's
a
one
great
of
place to get your Guinness
Yeah.
stout and your Tillamadoo shots to
Yeah, that helps out.
top it off with. So,
Well, I mean, what's up with Jameson, man?
I mean,
and Jameson too, of course.
Have
That's
you
my,
ever-
That's your thing.
that's my fave.
You gonna make like a bourbon tea thing, man? I mean, that
I
shit
tried. It
happened.
doesn't taste good though. It doesn't. I gotta get the taste.
Gotta go
right.
light.
What about
Yeah,
hot
the bourbon
toddies?
shit.
Hot toddies will work. Yeah.
You
Hot
gotta go
toddies
lighter.
will
The
work.
Irish stuff works the best.
Do you do hot toddies? Yeah.
In the wintertime and only for women.
Only for one.
I'm making for everyone. I'm just joking. The Hitchhiker. If you guys couldn't see that,
Yeah.
the Hitchhiker gave me a.
He's been shooting
Give me a-
everybody.
yeah,
I love.
Ice
I mean,
grill.
me and the hot
grill,
toddies.
grill.
Ice cream.
I live. You know, I live outside, man. I live outside.
outside.
I think I smoked so much crack last night. I thought I was
boy.
Goodness.
in Russia.
Gracious. This is
So
not-
many white women
this
with
is
fat
sport. This is
asses.
not confessions of drug addicts.
I'm just telling you. I hitchhiked somewhere. I don't. No. If you only knew where I woke up this
Jack
morning.
Well, and you know, while you were getting it in,
Yeah. Mhm.
did you happen to watch the Yankee game?
No,
Even
but
though,
my
even though it was against the worst team in sports, the Baltimore Orioles, with only 44 wins, it went to the 11th inning.
yeah.
Hicks with a homer and a game-winning hit. The Yankees clinch the playoffs. Not home field yet for the one. But there will be a New York team in the playoffs, which is nice.
Going
It's
for the
comforting.
pennant.
Oh, that would be great. I just the one game playoff in baseball, really anything can happen. Just like any sport, but baseball especially. That's
There's only got one game.
one game. That's even in the regular season, they're all series. There's not
Right.
one game.
Right.
So anything can happen,
It's-
obviously.
yeah.
But you want that game in New York. You don't want to go to Oakland for that. So hopefully they can finish strong. They're 1.5 games up on Oakland.
How many out?
Oakland's been
How many
murdering
out?
ball.
How many out?
How many out of what?
To Boston.
They're not catching. It's Boston
Boston's
clinched.
way too-
Boston clinched in Yankee Stadium.
Right.
Saturday.
Yeah.
They have
they're
champagne out.
and Boston has home field throughout. So if they get to the World Series, they're the home. They have 4 games at home in the 7
It's ridiculous.
They've been the best team all year. So you want to take down the best all year, you got to do it in their place.
The curse of the Big Bambino is gone.
Yankees are capable of doing that. We'll see what
Curse of
happens.
the Big Bambino.
It's going to be interesting to see what their rotation is, who they have pitching in that game. Are they going to trust Sanchez in a one-game spot?
I would.
He leads
would.
the league in pass balls with 16, and he's only played 60 games. So that's not the
Ideal situation.
you don't love that. But Boone doing the right thing for 24-year-old Sanchez, who obviously has some, he's going through some. He's second-guessing himself. When you're not getting hits and you're making big mistakes like that, you start to second-guess yourself and your ability. So we'll see. He said that's our catcher. We'll see who the starting pitcher is for that, and if they can get a win, what their rotation is going to look like against Boston, who will be waiting to see who wins that game.
Yeah, it should
Well,
be interesting. I mean,
shooting
a couple
for the
teams
Yanks.
clinched, right? We had the Sox clinch, playoff
Yeah.
berth, or the division. The Yankees, the Indians,
Yep.
and the Astros all clinched.
Yeah, they're
So far, so they're all in playoffs.
the only question is, like Houston is playing Cleveland.
Right.
Boston's awaiting Yankees, Oakland, but with 4 games after this, hopefully with Happ pitching today, Yankees should get the sweep on the Orioles, who are just demoralized. They already said they're getting rid of
44 and 110.
They're already said they're
Terrible.
at the end of the season getting rid of their legendary coach Buck Showalter, who I love back when he was the Yankee manager. We'll see what he does if he hangs him up. I know he's still got life in him. I think the Mets should take him out. Honestly, he won't.
familiar with the New
he won't
York
ever
market,
go,
yeah.
but he won't ever go. But that would be such a cool move by the Mets because he can control young players. Obviously, it's not the best example after this
Orioles.
abysmal season, but the Orioles stink.
They really do.
We'll see what happens. I think it's going to be really fun. The only thing in question for the AL is the home game in Oakland or not. And the Yankees have 4 games at Tampa Bay. And there'd be nothing more in Tampa Bay than to ruin the Yankees' run and get them out of here and make them go to Oakland. That's what they do. That's what Tampa Bay does. They've been a thorn in their side since this century.
They didn't beat them one time this year. How many games they had the series? They played them 4 games.
I'll look that up. I looked up.
They only won 2.
Well, no, they've played. This will be. They'll play 20 times this year. So this will be game 17, 18, 19, and 20 coming up.
Yeah, this is.
And then they close out. And then they close out with the Red Sox again. And if the Red Sox have a chance to, put the Yankees over in Oakland, if Oakland can keep the pressure on, they'll put all their bats in there to get the Yankees to go play a 1-game playoff game in Oakland. Yankees have 6 wins in 5 years in Oakland. It's not the place they want. They don't want to go across the country and play Oakland. So that's a big 1 game. You want that home playoff game. We'll see what happens. Today the Yankees start at noon.
I will be watching.
With Happ on the mound, who's been excellent.
Yeah, see, that's why we got, Mr. Mead here, man. He gives us the in-depth analysis of baseball.
Mr. Meat.
Baseball.
Yeah,
meat and potatoes.
I love the Yankees, man.
Yeah, he's a big Yankee fan. I'm a Mets fan, so I tend not to even watch baseball because we stink so much every year.
However,
well, you are a Cowboy fan, so I can take them.
I'm more about a team guy than
There's no need
than personal awards, but DeGrom's going to win the Cy Young.
He is, rightfully so. His ERA is
That's Cy Young.
It sucks as though it used to.
His record doesn't reflect his ERA.
No, obviously, but I mean, it goes with your team and everything like that. We've seen that. We've seen it with King Felix. He won a couple of years ago, well, more than a couple of years ago now. But he won with a 500 record, which was like big news. I think he was 12-12. But his ERA was so low, and he led the league in strikeouts. He was obviously the best pitcher. But
on a shitty team,
they should change. The Cy Young, obviously, with all the analytics and everything they do now, this is actually better. I get all that when you put the science in there. But at the end of the day, your team's supposed to win. So when you get a guy that has,
24.
Yeah, no one has that this year.
Or something.
But if you did, like if there was a guy that was 24-2, but his ERA was 3.2. I mean, how do you not give it to that guy every time he takes the mound? He wins.
Again, it's a balancing act. They do the same thing in the NBA, right?
They don't have that.
Doesn't really.
They don't have that argument this year.
On MVP.
Right now, it's him and Snell down in Tampa Bay is winning it. He's the only 20-win pitcher in the game.
He's amazing.
And his ERA is
amazing,
unbelievable.
Amazing. I think he struck out the whole.
What he's been able to do with the no money on their roster, Tampa Bay. Everyone used to give credit to Madden for that, and then he went to the Cubs and he won one. But Tampa Bay's still relevant. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're in the AL East. 2 teams are making it out of there. But what they're able to do every year and produce wins out of not spending any money is really remarkable. Yeah. I mean, I know Baltimore would like to get their system on their,
I hate the Orioles.
I don't hate them. You know what? If the Yankees can do what they're supposed to do today, I love the Orioles. Thank you, Baltimore.
Yeah. You mean drop down and not play or something?
I've been at 2 Baltimore.
Show up
Baltimore
like 3 players short so they forfeit.
We'll see what happens. But that's the Yankee update. Obviously we'll keep you posted.
I actually had tickets
playoffs to come.
Yankees
That's a guarantee, which is great.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's about time because I'm still stuck on the NBA, waiting for that.
Well,
salivating to see what exciting
it's coming.
season.
I mean, there's already preseason hockey games on in September. It's amazing how long these guys play, man.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. But
yeah,
again, with
Boston camp starts practice what do they call it? Like
training camp.
Yeah, but it's not mandatory.
It's not
obviously everyone goes.
Yeah.
It's that's it. Voluntary training camp. But like, if your coach is like, "Are you seriously not coming?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, they're not legally allowed to have like mandatory ones yet because the season, whatever their ruling is behind that. But that should be fun. And I love the Knicks.
They usually have the cameras in there sometimes.
Yeah, they have some clips on the Lakers actually that I've seen on YouTube. It's actually pretty cool seeing LeBron 5-on-5 with his new team.
You seen it?
Yeah, they
have it on YouTube. They got a small gym, but it's fast paced.
That's where you work, though. That's where you get to work in a small gym.
That's what you want, man. You want that fast pace. That sweat.
Looks like a monster, man.
All those guys remember that. So as do we. Remember that in your youth when you're in a small gym. It's like you're just sweating and you're running and you're playing hoops.
And let me tell you something. And LeBron is, shouts to him, man. Shouts to LeBron. I got to be honest.
Fuck him.
No, well, no, I wouldn't say fuck him in that way, but
I
his
don't
athletics.
Up and down about it. He's the world-class athlete. He's the best athlete we've ever seen.
Right.
Just to see him flawlessly move.
Forget him, though. We're talking local sports here. Did you see the Knicks press conference with the GM?
I have
Mills.
No. It passed by.
Yeah. So week, so every team
and Fizz
had media week in the NBA.
They were great with keeping the course and saying how we want to get our players, and they were so great at it. They didn't avoid it. They took it head on with Jimmy Butler. Yeah. We're not giving anything up for Jimmy Butler. And by the way, they can't say his name. So, not that we can talk about it. However, we're very focused on moving forward as a unit. We're done with the Band-Aids, which was nice. That they finally admitted that. Yeah. Finally.
Yeah.
So, the Knicks have a chance to ease Porzingis back in, get another lottery pick because they're not making the post. But if Fizdale can get this young core and everybody that's still there as a unit and play defense and run, at least they can be an entertaining team, and everyone that's a Knicks fan who's a knowledgeable basketball fan will know that they're going in the right direction. Right. So if you get, at the end of the day, I'm not going to fast forward the whole season,
right?
Even though Golden State's going to win. At the end of the day, the Knicks are going to have two young kids that they like using right now. They're going to have another lottery pick, and they're going to have more money than anybody to spend, and a healthy Porzingis.
Oh yeah.
So this is like,
I get.
But we always every year.
Nick fans. But here's the thing though too.
This year I'm saying we're not going to do anything.
All right,
I want them to just stay the course. Don't do any stupid.
You have no faith.
Courtney Lee wants to go somewhere. Good. Send him somewhere. He said he wants to go in a contender. Good. See what you can get for him. See if you can get some young player for him.
With LeBron not being in the East, there's definitely an open spot for the playoffs. I think for the Knicks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's important is just getting to the playoffs.
The Wizards,
at least, even if they come in as an 8th seed.
Wizards, Sixers, and Celtics. No, I don't want the 8th seed. Why?
Just come in.
Why would I want the 8th seed? Why?
Just get to the playoffs.
I don't want that.
Oh, right. Well,
I want a lottery pick.
Oh, so you don't even want to make the playoffs?
No.
Huh.
I want to stay the course. I want them to get these young kids learning experience.
Build a team.
Play defense. Be tough. So I hope they go 0-82 and lose by 1 point every game.
The only player that everybody's zoning in on, well, the 2 players from Duke, R.J. Barrett.
Oh yeah,
and
I was just
Williamson, they're both going pro. So if you're not getting, which the Knicks probably won't unless they really tank.
Oh, they're not going to tank. That's just going to be real. Like that's just reality.
Building.
They're not. They're not tanking. They're going to go out and try and win.
They're going to make some trades to get him.
And Fizdale was like, "Listen, man, I'm a competitor."
Fizdale's a good coach and good.
He said, "There's no one in this locker room that will be tanking." Yeah. I think he's the perfect fit. I like that he's there. Yeah, very happy with
he's
this.
a good coach.
We'll see what happens.
He got a raw deal.
No, well, the
Nick
league,
basketball.
Yeah, but the league likes him, and the league likes the GM, and if they can change the culture and have some money and have some youth and get Porzingis where he's supposed to be, healthy and on that verge of being an elite player, then they're right there, man.
We'll see if he's going to be an elite player. Did you see? Speaking of elite
he's more
players,
than capable of.
Where did he come in the rankings? The ESPN.
How are they going to rank him after last year? He didn't play
it's over.
Right. Well,
after
that ranking.
That dunked over the Greek Freak, and then the Greek Freak purposely.
That's not a.
I was at that game.
The Greek Freak.
Me and Chop T.
We've heard this story.
Well, I'm just bringing it up to our
here's the deal, though.
Do you know that guy walking around in Brooklyn? You heard me say that before?
Who's
hitchhiker in Brooklyn? Heard me say that before?
The hitchhiker. Shouts to the hitchhiker, Brooklyn, son.
Listen, man, he's
Brooklyn, son.
Guy, man. He used to own co-owner of Cold Chillin' Records, man.
So. What's that?
That's his partner. That's what he said, man.
Cold Chillin', man.
His name was Charles C. He said something along those lines.
Chucky D.
Yeah. So,
man.
But we'll see with the Knicks, man.
Every year we have hope. Every year.
I'm not saying
it's like a Mets. It's like the Mets season.
I'm not gonna say process or culture. Just change. All right.
We'll see what they do.
A lot of strategies need to be had, man. You need a young player. They're gonna control the ball.
Where do you guys think Butler's gonna go?
Does it make a difference?
No.
He's not that good to me.
Well, he's definitely really good, but he's not going to win you. He's not going to be.
Oh no, he's not that player. Yeah, and
he's not going to make or break you.
To be honest with you, I thought his best place to stay is
Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah.
I think so too. But apparently that bridge has burned.
Listen, anywhere you send him, their team gets better, right? You can send him to pretty much any team.
He's a very good player.
Having a good veteran, big guy. What is he, like 6'8"? He plays the 3. He can play the 2.
Great D.
And he's great defensively. You know, you could really put him up against any.
You can give him the ball.
Whatever swingman that team has,
to win
right?
the game too. He's capable of that also.
Right. So he's highs and lows. Does he make?
So would it be a plus for the Knicks to have him on this year?
Sure, of course. Any team.
I don't want
is a
him
plus.
on this team. What is that going to make the Knicks do? Stand still? I don't
Well, at least they're
want that.
being better defensively right there on the spot.
What is he going to do? Take away minutes from Knox? Take away minutes? I don't want to see these guys play. I don't want to see him.
Knox looks
I don't
good.
want 28. If you tell me Jimmy
Trade him to the Sixers.
If you tell me he's 24, they could use him.
Anybody could use them if you think about
The Celtics, imagine him on the Celtics.
That's another team that I think that's similar in the Knicks book is the fact that they have young players who have that same.
Well, that's what we want. That's what the Knicks want.
Have about 3 or 4 young players.
But do they want to win now though? Because LeBron left.
Yeah, of course they're going to win now, even without Jimmy Butler.
Celtics is a.
I'm just saying, if they want to win right now, and they added Jimmy Butler, would that be right now? I'm not talking long term. Obviously, keeping your youth is talking about long term.
He's going to be taking away minutes from young players and Gordon Hayward.
That's
because
what I'm
they
saying.
play the same position. The Knicks really don't fit into that category. Yes, you have Knox, which I think.
How does that benefit the Knicks getting a max player when they have actual guys coming off being free agents next year?
Because you know why? I don't think is he going to make that big of a difference. One.
No. How many plus wins is Jimmy Butler going to get the Knicks next year? 5.
Yeah, 5. Maybe.
Thanks.
5 to 10.
Send him to the Sixers.
I'd rather get a lottery pick, pay that kid nothing.
Right.
So you got
trade all the trash, lose the season, and get a lottery pick.
They're waiving Joakim Noah as we speak.
Yeah.
I mean, they're setting up for the free agency as they should. The teams that have done well.
If we get Noah,
Again, the Celtics. You look at the Celtics again. I mean, Danny
Noah,
Ainge.
let him go wherever he wants to go. He can go to the Amazon for all I care. Get him off my Knicks team. Get him off my Knicks bench.
And he was
Go away.
two-time Defensive Player of the Year.
He had his body is shot.
He's done, man.
Can't beat Father Time, bro.
Nobody outruns the long arm of Father Time.
Hey, shouts real quick to my son. He lost his tooth today.
All right, cool. Yo, we gotta do a quick break.
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick commercial.
Yeah, and then we're gonna come back in with some NFL and finish out. Hopefully, maybe we'll talk to C. We're gonna go over our picks. Let's go. We'll talk about the Giants.
We'll
Talk about some lines.
do his picks with us.
And we'll be right back. This is The Score.
What's up, New Jersey? It's your boy Murph, and I'm here on Nonfiction Radio to tell you about the best way to turn up whenever it's time to celebrate. I'm here to tell you about that Wavy Baby. Right now, we off that Wavy Baby drink. Make sure you visit www.wavybabydrink.com or follow us on Instagram at Wavy Baby Drink so you can try that blue pineapple, green apple, and peach passion flavor of Wavy Baby. Wavy Baby, don't worry about what's in my cup. No need for a chaser. Fill that thing up. Don't worry about what's in my cup. No need for a chaser. Fill that thing up. Wavy Baby.
Golden Glow Cosmetics, specializing in handmade soaps and beauty cosmetics. Proud sponsor of WZYE 95.9 FM. You can follow them on Instagram at GoldenGlow_COS. Golden Glow Cosmetics, where glowing skin is always in.
Nonfiction Studios, proud sponsor WZYE 95.9 FM, Nonfiction Radio, specializing in production, mixing, and mastering. Located at 134 Evergreen Place, East Orange, New Jersey, Suite 904. Nonfiction booking at gmail.com, 862.
Young and Made live and direct right here, Nonfiction Radio. Let's get it.
We the best music. Another one. DJ Khaled.
Yeah, you're looking at the truth, the money never lie. No, I'm the one, yeah. I'm the one early morning in the dawn. No, you wanna ride now. I'm the one, yeah. I'm the one, yeah. Hear you sick of all those other imitators. Don't let the only real one intimidate ya. See you watching out. She like the price, she see the ice and make a nigga melt. When I met her in the club, I asked her who she felt. Then she went and put that booty on that Gucci belt. We don't got no label. She say she want bottles. She ain't got no table. She don't got no bed frame. She don't got no tables. We just watching Netflix. She ain't got no cable. Okay, though. Plug, I'm the plug for her. She wanna that pull her hair and hold the door for her. Baby, that's only me. Okay with me. Baby, okay.
Yeah, you're looking at the truth, the money never lie. No, I'm the one, yeah. I'm the one early morning in the dawn. No, you wanna ride now. I'm the one, yeah. I'm the one, yeah. Hear you sick of all those other imitators. Don't let the only real one intimidate ya. See you watching, don't run out of time now. I'm the one, yeah. Ooh, I'm the one, ooh, I'm the only one. I'm the one, I'm the only one. Looking for the one, what you looking at the one? I'm the best yet, and yet my best is yet to come. 'Cause I've been looking for somebody, not just any fucking body. Don't make me catch a body, that's for any and everybody. Oh my God, she hit me up all day, get no response. Blow my heart, that's like turning gold to bronze. Roll my eyes, and when she on the molly, she a zombie. She think we Clyde and Bonnie, but it's more like Whitney Bobby. God forgive me. Don't you ever finessing, I'm a legend. Straight up out the crescent, fly your bait on for the essence. For the record, I know Colin when that ball was spinning records. Move like game winning record. I'm just flexing on my essence. Yeah, you're looking at the truth, the money never lie. No, I'm the one, yeah. I'm the one early morning in the dawn. No, you wanna ride now. I'm the one, yeah. I'm the one, yeah. Hear you sick of all those other imitators. Don't let the only real one intimidate ya. See you watching, don't run out of time now. I'm the one, yeah. I'm the one, I'm the only one. I'm the one, I'm the only one.
Another one.
Don't you know, girl, I am the one for you. I'm the one. Don't you know, girl, I am the one for you.
Okay. We are back here at the Score Nonfiction Radio. Of course, it's the Mighty Mo Black. Jim Meade with me.
Hugh.
St. James Gate in the building. We got the hitchhiker, Jack Stevens, in the house with us.
Are you going to Tulsa?
Yeah, you need a ride to Tulsa. Anybody.
Are you going near Selma?
Feel free to call in 973-672-0317 if you're going towards Tulsa.
Tulsa.
Tulsa?
Yeah.
Tulsa.
Not Tulsa.
Well, you gotta say it with a country twang.
Tulsa.
Tulsa.
I don't think they say it like that.
I don't know.
Tulsa. Is a took in it.
All right, that's fine. I've never been there.
Who knows how they say it, bro. But we are back here, man, at the Score, and as we said earlier, we are back with the NFL now.
Yeah.
Jumping right in.
There's some, obviously, me and the hitchhiker obviously have more interest in the Giant game than you do, Mo. But there's some really fun 1 o'clock games.
Yeah.
From head-to-head matchups with great quarterbacks, guys coming back. For instance, Luck versus Wentz in Wentz's first game back. They're going to try and ease him into it. Wentz, I'm not going to make him go nuts. Obviously, his first game back. He's obviously has a chip on his shoulder because they won the Super Bowl, but he definitely feels like, you know what, I didn't do it.
He didn't do it.
I mean, he got them to the spot where they need to be, but he didn't do it.
He didn't do it.
And his backup was the MVP.
MVP.
So that's an interesting one today.
That really puts in perspective how important you are to that team. Is it a product of the system, or is he really that good?
I think he's a product of the system, but he is that good.
Very true.
I think both statements are true.
And Luck can go nuts. We've all seen him do it. We'll see. I mean, this is a big game for him in a big spot.
His injuries will be tested.
Not to jump all over.
Exactly, and you never know how somebody comes back from an injury.
Oh, definitely.
He's going to be very tentative.
You never know. They're gonna ease him in. They're not going to go nuts with him.
You can't ease him in a game.
If I'm the defense, I'm blitzing all day.
Yeah.
Why would you not?
All day.
His timing's going to be off.
Yep. Disrupt his timing.
Just who's blitzing him though?
Yeah.
It's the Colts.
And so again, what's interesting though about that matchup is the fact that Carson Wentz is trying to be what Andrew Luck was.
Yeah,
Used to be.
Right,
Used to be.
Well,
Right.
well, he's
right.
Luck still has it. He still has years.
it, yeah.
He's a young guy.
He is,
He
he is.
just needs some protection, just like every other quarterback in the league.
But having a great deal of success in his first couple seasons, really put Andrew Luck, in the top tier of quarterbacks at that time, where Carson Wentz is trying to be, right? And this game is the start.
I believe in Carson Wentz, to be honest.
I like him.
No, why would
I believe in him.
I like him.
I believe in him.
I don't want to believe in him, but
I know. I mean, you almost have to.
Yeah, he's great. Another one that's really fun is a division game. Falcons hosting the Saints.
Yes.
I mean, when it's division games like that, you can just throw it all out. Like that, these guys know each other. The spread's only -2. You know it's going to be a fun game.
It's going to be a high-scoring game.
Hopefully, it's a shootout.
What's the over/under? What's the over/under?
Take a guess.
48.
You got a guess, Mom?
61.
Whoa, you guys are
way too high.
No, you were close. 53.5.
God,
both of these teams are high-scoring teams. I mean, freaking Drew Brees again, year after year. He's just throwing up numbers.
Yeah.
Coming into this game, I'm sure he leads the NFL in passing yards.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Just to talk about the 1 o'clock games first.
Yeah.
Another really fun one is Cincinnati for real. They're going into Carolina. Carolina's hosting -2.5 points favorite.
I love Carolina in this.
I hear you. Cincinnati looks great, but they always look good early, and then their true colors come at the end of the year.
And the Panthers usually get better.
Exactly. So we'll see. That's going to be.
It could be week 3.
That's going to be a competitive game.
Week 3, Carolina.
Carolina had a tough loss last week.
We'll get into our.
I'm
picks.
just.
No, we'll definitely get into our picks, but just to bring everyone up on the 1 o'clocks, because just in case something awful happens right away in the Giant game, I'm going to be flipping around.
Yeah. I'm gonna be flipping out. I'm gonna smoke some more crack and hitchhike somewhere.
So another really fun one is Jimmy G going into Kansas City.
Jimmy G.
With no
AG.
Kansas City has no defense, but as we said before, Garoppolo, he's on the money.
He's not bad. He's not on.
He's very accurate.
He is accurate.
He's been very successful in his career with the starts. Kansas City with Mahomes, the kid can throw it to here from where he's at.
Yeah, Mahomes.
But their defense stinks, so that could be a really fun.
And Kansas City had a big win last week too. Let's not talk about that Pittsburgh game.
Yeah, but I mean, is Pittsburgh anything? I mean, Pittsburgh scored at will too, but Pittsburgh's defense isn't anything special.
No,
we'll see. I think that could be a really fun game. Who's going to win? It's tough to win in Arrowhead, but the spread's -6, so that's where it gets interesting.
Check that all day, Kansas City.
Oakland, Miami. I mean, Minnesota, Buffalo. Unless you're a Viking, unless you're a Viking
Minnesota.
Fan, do you even want to watch that?
Yeah, what is
game?
the spread on that game?
No.
Take a guess.
15.
No, it can't be that high. It's got to be 8, 9.
It got as high as 17.5. It closed as 16.5.
I told you. I didn't even watch. This is a guess. That was a guess.
Week 3, 16.5.
I told you.
The funniest
that's a game to bet on.
I didn't even look. I didn't look at none of the spreads this morning.
The funniest thing that I saw is that Buffalo, all the teams have their own, Twitter account, this and that.
Sure.
It's hilarious.
They had a picture of their plane landing, and it's like a map of the country.
Right.
And the plane landed in Ohio. Like, we've arrived, Minnesota. Like, they don't even know where they're at.
Lost already.
That whole franchise
lost already.
Just let the kid go in there and throw the thing, and just go from there. Because Buffalo has they early on looked like the worst team by far.
Yeah.
They could
one of the worst teams
lose
in history
every game.
They look like they
could lose every
the
game.
The makings of an 0-16 team. It's early, but we'll see. We went over the Colts Eagles game. Green Bay hobbling into Washington.
Yeah.
Hobbling in, I mean their quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers, the highest paid NFL player
ever.
NFL history.
Green Bay -2.5 favorite on the road in Washington.
I don't like that.
It's tough to.
I don't like that spread.
It's so up and down.
But you know what? I do like Green Bay today, though.
I hear you. Well, you know what? I mean,
I like it money line.
He covers. He wins. I mean, say what you want about
the over/under?
The over/under. Take a guess.
41.
Not bad, man. You're right there.
Yeah, he's on it, man.
And you know what you're doing?
He's a degenerate gambler.
You know what he's doing?
These guys know stats like this,
It's
man.
45.5, but I like it because you're under your Price is Right rules, man. It's always better to be under.
Yeah. I always go for the dollar.
He's Price is Right rules.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Why
go high, you say
why do they always say $1? Just say your favorite number. Like, I'd be like $15. It still means $1.
$1.
It's my lucky number. 15 bucks.
Let's go $1.
Bet 1,000.
So that wraps up the 1 o'clock games. If you guys want to get
Tennessee,
into
Jacksonville. We didn't talk about that.
I didn't bring that up. Yeah, Jacksonville at home. Finally,
Right.
Like they get a home game against, you know, it's a division game.
Jacksonville against anybody. Jacksonville against
that's
45.
minus 9.5, over under 39.5.
Right, and wondering if Fournette, I'm sure
He's not
still
playing.
questionable. He's out.
That's why it's so low. That's why it's so low.
Fournette, they called it because you know what? They're playing it safe. It's early. Why have him go up against this defense?
Sure. And your offense is playing good without him.
Exactly.
You know, so yeah, you
keep
might
him
as
out
well rest
against
him.
this game because
That's a good look.
his chances are only just getting more. You know, I'd like to say that as a competitor, but you know, the guys upstairs with the suits on are making those decisions.
Sure. And speaking of, they're playing in Jacksonville for the first time this year, and Jacksonville Stadium is one of the coolest stadiums ever. They have a pool. Do you ever see like that pool? Oh my God, it looks amazing there. So.
And we also didn't bring up. I'm sorry, we didn't bring up Baltimore hosting Denver.
Denver, yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm not intrigued by that game whatsoever.
Baltimore.
It could be.
That'll definitely be a game that
Blanco's having a good year.
If something's going wrong in the Giant game, and I'm usually not this pessimistic, but if something's going wrong early in the Giant game, I'm not gonna be able to watch it because I'm gonna get too angry.
I want to see Flacco.
Baltimore, Denver is not appealing to me that I need to watch that.
I want to see Flacco.
If I think if I have to rank the one that I would definitely want to watch, I think I would go right to the Eagles-Colts game just because. Because I'm rooting for the Colts. Like
I'm definitely rooting for the Colts.
So that's where that's at.
I mean, me and you know, Jim
again,
is
you know what? Here's the funny part about the Eagles, because the Eagles fans have been very quiet this whole season because they first Super Bowl victory ever they're coming off, but they're still not knowing what the fuck they're gonna do with their quarterback situation. So they have internal sort of mayhem going in on a time where they should be.
I tell you what, though, if they get it together, right now they need to get it together.
973. Oh yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off, Jackson.
No problem.
973-672-0317. CJ calling.
672.
Only Cowboy fans.
What is it?
0317. 672.
0317. 973-672-0317. Call us up at the Score.
Yeah, I think we got CJ calling up with
yeah, CJ's hopefully he's going to call.
So here's the deal. I mean, Carson Wentz comes back, right? Eagles fans have no idea if it's the Carson Wentz that they last saw.
They have an idea. They're not going to just throw him back in there. This kid's ready to go, man. He's not going to disappoint.
We'll see. We'll see what he does.
And he's obviously 100% healthy. There's no reason.
There's no reason
to rush him back.
So long.
There's no reason to rush him back.
So we'll see what's going on with these guys, man. Again, the Philadelphia fans, I know they're a little bit on edge because they have no idea. You know, Nick Foles again was the Super Bowl MVP. You have him.
Good for him. He's got that on his resume.
He played amazing down stretch.
I mean, name some teams that are going to be idiots for taking him and paying him, and then they're like, "Oh, this is Nick Foles. The Eagles are really that good."
Right.
Yeah.
The system is amazing.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
it's not that talented.
What do you want to do, Hitchhiker? You want to go first in the Giants game? -6, +6, excuse me, in Houston.
Win +6.
They're going to win.
Win.
They're not going to cover. They're going to win.
They're going to win. They're going to win.
I love your optimism. Mo, what do you think about that? Giants, Houston. -6 in Houston.
Here's what we got to do.
Houston's -6.
I got Houston 1,043 to the Giants 8.
It's ridiculous.
8.
So they score and get a 2-point conversion?
Yeah.
All right, that's ridiculous. We'll call on CJ to balance this out.
We're sorry. You must first stop.
I don't know how to use his phone.
It's only Cowboys fans.
I swear. I know nephew is probably gritting his teeth.
That just reminded me of the Midnight Marauders Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, right.
7 times out of 10.
I was listening to some good hip hop yesterday, man. Some really good hip hop. Nas, Illmatic.
Nas is the best.
Hello.
What up, C?
We got CJ on the horn with us at Nonfiction Radio. Cracks in the building.
CJ, what's up, dude? How are you? Did you get a new box of Kleenex and everything from Thursday or what?
Fuck you.
Tough loss.
Record still better than the G-Men. Holla at that.
Yeah, they're a better team than the Giants are right now, definitely.
Hey, Mo, how's it feel to be up there with those two bums?
I told them all week. They came in so confident.
Listen, we're gonna be back. We're gonna be back on the board today in Houston.
It's hilarious. All right? They're so quiet.
All right.
I'm fine with it.
You know what they're happy about?
Hey, you know what I'm looking forward to see?
What's that?
Who's Flowers' backup?
Yeah.
Chad
Wheeler. Yeah, Chad Wheeler.
Mr. Wheeler.
Who cares? We're talking about an offensive lineman. The only people who really give a fuck are Giants fans. It's so funny that they're saying like Flowers is the reason
I don't care
why they're
who's
0-2.
replacing
Get him out of there.
He's a cancer. I like Flowers on the bench. What's the
He's
problem?
playing
with that?
patty cake. He gave up more booty than any prostitute on fucking
Flowers is
Freeland.
obviously a scared athlete. I've never been scared in my life, and that guy's that big and he's scared.
Listen up. Eli still can't move his feet, so
No,
it doesn't fucking
he never has.
matter.
He never has.
Every goddamn quarterback in the league has a little bit of mobility.
Listen, we don't need him to.
Zero.
Yeah, no,
Zero.
you're right. That's true.
Zero mobility.
Give
But-
him
Again, let the Giants fans tell it.
No, can I just say?
Let the Giants fans tell it. This is Flowers' fault.
No, I
the
didn't
reason
say
why
that.
they're 0-2.
I didn't say Flowers' fault. No.
I'm blaming everything on Flowers.
So their new
everybody's
offensive
fault.
lineman,
It's everybody's fault.
Chad Wheeler.
Yeah, that's his name. 6'7" out of USC.
Yeah,
24 years
6'7"
old.
out of USC. Yeah.
Yeah, he was undrafted.
Never undrafted.
Yeah,
right.
it could be a good story.
So we'll see how
he's going. He's
the
going.
Cowboys
against,
had 6 sacks against you guys.
Yeah, Cowboys
From
front-
Flowers.
Cowboys
Oh,
front-
Flowers, yeah.
No, and Hernandez.
All
and
right,
everybody
all
was
right, guys. Enough of that shit.
Well, you're the one that brought. You're the one that brought them up. I brought
I'm
up the
glad you
Jets.
brought it up,
I
Sid.
brought up the Jets, and he jumped down the Giants. Right?
I don't know. They played. Jets played a hell of a
I
game.
brought him up. Now moving on. I got the bye week today. I'm chilling. I'm making chicken on the grill, drinking beers, and having fun.
There we go. There we go.
Speaking of that, see which 1 o'clock. We were just going over all the 1 o'clocks. I don't know if you heard.
Yeah.
Which one intrigues you the most? We know you're not watching a Giant game. Which one intrigues you the most?
I don't even have my.
I'll shout them out to you real quick. Saints at Falcons, Denver at Baltimore, Cincinnati at Carolina, Tennessee at Jacksonville, San Fran at Kansas City, Raiders, Dolphins, and I don't know if you're watching the Bills in Minnesota game. Unless
Is Fournette coming back?
no, he's out.
He's out.
He's out.
He's out of there.
So don't start him. If you got him on your fantasy, don't start him. Bills, Minnesota, Luck versus Wentz, and Green Bay, Washington. Those are your. Those are your
Green Bay, Washington.
Versus Wentz.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, it should be fun to see how
No
he does.
Ajayi, no Sproles.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see what and a one braced man. Let's see what happens.
Should be
I think
interesting.
the Colts win that one.
Oh, I hope you're right. I really do. I disagree with you, but I really hope you're right. I think the Colts cover. Spread's -6.5.
Yeah.
I think they cover, and it's a really fun game, just because they're definitely going to treat Wentz very fragile. They're not going to make him try and do too much. So I think they try and control.
They're running a lot.
They're going to
Running a lot.
They're going to try and control the clock. Even
Yeah,
though
running a
they're
lot,
out,
yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
Stick it to the ground.
Yeah. So I think that's my early game.
Yeah, that's a fun one to watch.
Yeah. Plus, you know the
Saints Falcons game should be fun too.
who? Oh yeah, that did that.
It's always fun watching.
Those games are always fun.
Yeah.
Saints Falcons games are always fun.
Is it in Louisiana or Atlanta?
It's in Atlanta, so it's in the dome. So those guys, I mean, both of them are dome teams.
Yeah.
But they're gonna be hurling the ball. Those guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun game.
Like combined 80 tosses today.
At least.
That's amazing.
At least.
That's so fun.
1,000 yards, I'm saying, in the air.
Hey, CJ,
1,000 yards combined, two
All right,
teams.
CJ,
Go ahead,
who you got in the Giants Texans game?
Why you gotta keep bringing him up? You know his.
I gotta hear his ridiculous. He's one of the calls.
You know.
He has to tell me. He has to tell us. And the
He just want to stick it in.
Let me tell him the spread so we can go with that. Houston -6 at home.
Houston -6 at home. Who they playing?
New York Football Giants.
Whack
Oh
ass.
yeah, that's right.
Blue man group.
I gotta go with the fuck. I gotta go to Houston.
There we go. There we go.
See, I knew something I didn't like about CJ.
There we
I don't give a fuck. Listen, Giants stink. Until they get a win, how can I go with them?
I hear you, and you're absolutely right.
Haven't gotten a win either, have they?
No, they don't.
No, well,
Both
that's
teams
the
are coming
thing.
in 0-3.
Yeah, they're 0-2.
0-2, I'm sorry.
0-2. Both of them are 0-3.
This is the third week.
Jesus.
One of them is going to be 0-3.
I know, obviously.
So
I'm
So
glad to
both
give that.
of them have their backs against the wall.
I'm just predicting it early.
Odell Beckham cries. He wants out. That's what you're gonna hear.
He's not gonna want out. He already signed. He got paid. He's not going anywhere.
He got his money.
Houston's back is against the wall too. I think the Giants defense keeps them in the game, but I don't think the Giants win. I think they cover though the -6.
And we all know the game of the week, the Cowboys in Seattle.
Well, listen, no one wants
CJ,
to.
who you got in that game?
Why are you jumping to that, man? We didn't even cover all the 1 o'clocks yet. What are you doing?
That's enough of the one.
Wait a minute. No, it's not. I want to. What about
Let's get to the Cowboys.
First of all,
I remember this minute.
wait, San Fran, Kansas City is a sleeper fun game to watch. Those teams are going to be throwing the ball going all over the place. Both those
Oh,
defenses.
this is the game. This is the game. Garoppolo breaks out.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. He's going to go nuts. And what's Mahomes going to do?
You got Garoppolo in your fantasy.
Start him today. I agree. With Kansas City defense,
Hill for 2 touchdowns.
I agree with you.
Kansas City allows them. It's like a field day for quarterbacks, even though they still win. I think both Mahomes and Garoppolo combined for 12 touchdowns.
Yo, it's really not far off.
Yo, their defense is so off. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's amazing. But Mahomes has been able to score at will. I mean, the over-under in that game is 54. It's the highest.
God damn. Just because of the defense, not because of the offense.
Exactly. It's going to be a fun one. That's going to be the game. If the Giants shit the bed early, which we've already seen, I've already turned off the Dallas game. If that's what happens, that's the game I'm going to choose to watch.
Yeah, fuck Dallas.
You guys are going to watch the Cowboy game. You're fucking
watching. It's on. What do you mean? It's on at 4. I'm going to watch the game anyway. So we were talking about the 1 o'clock. What time you get?
I'm not watching.
What are you talking about?
I'm going to smoke some crack and hitchhike.
Who's the Sunday football sponsored by? St. James Gate?
Yeah, St. James Gates, baby. How'd you guess, man? St. James Gates sponsoring it.
It's always our sponsor.
1 o'clock, baby.
And Lily Tea Company.
Go see my boy Patrick behind the stick.
Y'all gonna be drinking Lily Tea at St. James Gate?
Delicious.
That's how it goes, man.
Yeah, sounds great.
With the Cowboys losing today.
Beautiful thing.
Cowboys are not losing it.
Well, if you want to go into predictions in these games, that's fine. If not, we can go to the 4 o'clocks. Because the 4 o'clocks, there's some good ones in there, I guess.
No, not really.
I mean,
there's one.
Yeah,
Cowboys.
Yeah. I mean, is that a good game though?
Yes, it's a good game.
It's supposed to be it's a close spread. I don't think anyone.
What's the spread?
Seattle -1 at home.
I'm like Seattle. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I like
Of course
Seattle.
you do.
Well, I mean,
no, not just because I hate Cowboys.
Well,
but it's good that I hate the Cowboys and still liking Seattle.
Obviously, we've seen some really good Seattle teams of late, and obviously this year is not one of them.
I hear the word spread being used a lot, guys. Come on now.
The spread. What is the spread? There's 3.
It's -1.
Oh, it's over.
So they're giving the credit. They're giving the credit to Dallas to come in there and possibly win the game. Obviously, with a -1 spread, that's anybody's ball game.
Yeah, right.
But at the same time, Wilson, they're desperate. 0-2. He's 38-10 at home in his career. They win up there. Dallas is not the brightest team. They're not the smartest team. That building gets really loud. He's going to make them jump off sides. That front seven's the most vital piece of that Dallas team they got.
Really?
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott isn't?
No, he's not the most vital piece of the team.
I thought he was.
I like Zeke though. I like Zeke. He's dangerous.
Yeah, Zeke's amazing.
He's dangerous.
He's a great back, but
he's dangerous.
Did Zeke win the game last week for them? No, the front seven did.
Zeke did a
Hey,
lot.
listen to this prediction, guys.
Okay.
I think everybody in the NFC East loses today.
That's quite possible.
That's not a bad. That's not a bad call.
Yeah, I mean, the Redskins have Green Bay.
You know what? Every time he said something, it comes true.
To be honest with you, that's actually a really good parlay.
Tell him again, Jack.
If you're an angry Jets fan, as you should be, because you just got embarrassed on Thursday, do a parlay. All 4 NFC East teams lose
Listen,
today.
CJ got the parlay bet guest coming. All NFC East.
All 4 NFC East teams
lose. Just go against.
This is advice to our degenerate gambler listeners and our fans.
Yo, what's up, C?
Let me tell you something. In defense of the Jets, we were totally prepared for Tyrod Taylor. As you can see, the first half.
Too prepared.
And you knocked him out.
Too prepared.
Who was prepared for fucking what was the fucking
Baker Mayfield.
Yo.
Baker Mayfield.
Looking like
Do you know
Baker.
who was prepared? Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
They
brung him in an emergency loop, and he brought it
I'm the
down.
number 1 pick, baby.
Yo, they had an entirely different playbook when Baker Mayfield came in.
Very true.
I
You
don't
know what else?
What it was? They were conservative as fuck with
The Jets
Tyrod.
deal with the
Baker
Jets.
Mayfield comes in, they go 5 wide, they do trick plays.
The Jets
They're doing
looked
all types of
exhausted
shit.
in the second half.
Yeah, it was running on him.
They looked
That
exhausted.
fast-paced offense that was going.
That was a
17-3, dude.
No, I know. That was. I know. As you had more invested in that than me. As I'm working behind the stick, that second half was so fun to watch. I didn't care.
Taylor two halves.
I didn't care who won. That was such a fun game.
Yeah, it was one of the best Thursday night games we've seen in a very long time.
I hope there's a bunch of games like that today because that was so fun.
Yeah.
You know what would make me feel better? The Giants get a win at 1 o'clock. My whole day will change.
From your mouth to Odell Beckham's ears.
Congratulations to the New York Yankees baseball team.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, clinching.
I appreciate that.
Clinching.
Thanks, baby. I appreciate it.
Exciting.
Yeah, let's see what Stanton can do. He's been waiting to go to the playoffs. That's why he came here, right? For all the big money.
What's he batting?
He's
175.
Yeah, he's been abysmal. He had a big grand slam, but they didn't win that game, so that's like kind of forgotten. against the Red Sox Game 3 where they could have swept and they didn't. The bullpen shit the bed.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
we'll see. They got to get a sweep today on Baltimore, and then if they can come out of, they got 4 games against Tampa Bay. If they can go down there and get a split, I'll sign that right now. Win 2 games in Tampa Bay. They're the hottest team in baseball since the All-Star break. The second hottest team in baseball since the All-Star break is the Oakland A's. So the New York Yankees have their hands full the rest of the way because they still have to play Boston at the end. The last 3 games are against Boston, in Boston. So they'd love to send them out to Oakland if they could. So we'll see.
It's October. It's the Yankees' favorite month.
Yeah,
right?
Yankees. And you know what? They're definitely going to October. So we'll see what happens. But I'm very happy that they got they got that off their chest. Now they can relax a little bit. Hopefully Sanchez, Stanton, guys like that can start helping the team offensively.
Hey, CJ, shout out to you, man, for headlining the Apollo coming up. Right?
Oh, the new CJ.
Let's go, C.
The next Steve Harvey.
Yeah, can we get some details?
I just want to be on the show.
Details, man?
Like I want to be like the guy in the back with the mic. That's what I'm. I want to be on when you get to the show. See.
Humility, please. Humility. You know what I'm saying? Please.
That must be a pretty exciting time, right?
Really
Legendary
cool,
Apollo.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that, man. How it happened, one of my boys in Harlem, and I knew my name would be on the marquee, but I never knew when and how I would see it first. So it was like 11 p.m. and my boy sent me a text with the marquee. I damn near cried. I couldn't go to sleep and shit. Like out of all the accomplishments, that I've had early in my career, I'm very humbled to have to grace the billboard. I mean, the marquee of the Apollo Theater.
Legendary.
That's amazing. That's amazing. See.
Apollo Theater, man.
Yo, so C, you think
October 4th, 7 and 10, I'm going in.
Yo, C, you think you can sneak a white boy backstage or what, man?
I don't know. Nation of Islam be there. Man.
That same bouncer,
that's all right, man.
The same bouncer that kicked Michael Jackson out is still gonna bounce your ass up out of there.
You gotta get through the Nation of Islam.
Michael Jackson.
Along with the 17 of my hood cousins, I promise to get back.
No, I'm just messing with you.
I can get you in, man. I work there. You know that, right? I work at the Apollo.
I believe it.
So, hey, shout out to that.
I'll be there, see.
Very proud.
Holding the light. I'll be there holding your light, see.
Very proud. So.
Hey, man, listen, bro. Hey, Jack, you got it, man. We just got to keep grinding, man. You very funny dude too, bro. So, we got to put something together while I'm still affordable or still around.
hey, man, I'm coming. I'm just trying to grab your coattail, man. I'll be honest. That's the true shit, man. See, you did your thing, man, and keep going, brother. And hopefully I can get this part of your fame. I just want a little bit.
Shout out. So CJ,
hey man, we are the score. This is non-fiction radio, baby. If I go, we go. You already know.
Check this out. See, so we were talking about before you called in. I'm not sure if you were listening to the whole Knicks conversation. You being one of the biggest Knicks fans I know in history of Knicks fans. What Jim is thinking that do you go after Jimmy Butler or not?
I said no.
Well, I just saw just a little while ago the Knicks are out of that running. There are like 5 teams or something. The Knicks fell off, which I'm happy they did.
Definitely.
We just wait till next year to see what we can get.
Thank you very much. I said that, and Mo was like,
"No, I'm just saying Jimmy Butler's always good."
Honestly, I'm not. Jimmy Butler's a great player, but I'm just not a Jimmy Butler fan. I don't even like how he plays 2K.
Right.
If he was 24, fine, but he's 28. I don't want him.
Yeah, I don't really like nappy-headed niggas. I like Knox though.
Knox,
I like Knox,
and that's whose time he would be taken away from if you bring him to the Knicks.
And see, then we're getting to the point where we get rid of Courtney Lee because he wants to be traded. Hopefully, he gets something younger. Noah's gone.
Yeah,
they waived him, so you're gonna have some money coming up. You ease back Porzingis. No rush to bring him back. Ease him back. You're getting another lottery pick, and then they're gonna have more money than any other team in free agency for the following year. That seems like a really good game plan for us. Very impatient but ready to be patient Knicks fans.
And you have new coach.
Listen, all I ask for is I just want some excitement.
I think you're going to get that.
If we're going to have a losing season, let these guys run a new offense. Let them run the new offense that these teams are running now. Let them run
see, do you think
Fizz is going to have that?
Do you think we can win at least 35 games?
No.
It's
without LeBron in the East,
it's either playoff or nothing. Like
They're going to win.
See,
they're
that's what I was saying.
They're going to win 25 games next year.
There's 3
Maybe.
big teams, and
I was saying 20 in my mind. I just said 35 to see what C would say.
They haven't brought up. They haven't brought up the biggest line yet on that.
I think the Knicks will probably win 30 games.
You heard it here.
I do.
I mean, you got some mid-season trade. You got some early season trades. I got a lot of shit can happen.
Yeah, they're all gonna. It's unfortunately called tanking, but they're only gonna make mid-season trades if it's to set up the future. They're not gonna make any mid-season trades to win 5 more games this year. That's just silly. It's all about the following year.
You know what
I want to see. You know what I want to see this year.
Listen, you still got to spark the following year. Like,
no, absolutely.
We got to do better than this year.
This is what I want out of this year. I want unity. I want team defense, and I want fast breaks. Give me those 3 things.
So tell me if you do all 3 of those things, then 30 games.
Yeah, that sounds like every fucking and rebound more. Let me guess.
But I like what CJ said. I want he want exciting games. I mean,
yeah, they can do that.
We need a few players to do that.
Listen,
Knox is excited.
That does not mean 30 games.
3 things that you mentioned. If you do the 3 things that you just mentioned, there's no way they can't win 30 games.
I understand that. I know you're right. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that they can't win it because of that. I'm just saying those are the 3 things that. What unity have they had?
Right.
They hated Hornacek. They hated Phil Jackson. They're both out. They love Phil. Yeah. There's a start of your unity. Can they play team defense? They've been in the bottom 3 of that for the last how many years? They've been the worst team with fast breaks since Melo's been here. And they haven't changed that since he left. Those 3 things, just make an improvement. I'm not asking about being top team.
I think they were well on their way to making an improvement of defense. Last year had Porzingis not got hurt. They were doing Porzingis was amongst the leaders in blocks.
Yeah, he will be when he's healthy.
So when he went out, we went out.
Oh, absolutely. I thought they had a small.
We come back.
When Porzingis was there, like he got hurt early. They were on a way to make a fight for that 8 spot, which I would have loved last year. Porzingis being still there all year. When he went down, the Knicks went down for not just last year, this year too, because he's still not ready. You're talking about Christmas Day, the earliest. Why even bring him back that early? Let him go play some scrimmage games. Let him run by. Bring him back after the All-Star break. Let's get another lottery pick, and we'll have more money than anybody. Let's go.
I like the failed season strategy, though.
Yeah, I mean, that frees up money for potentially Kyrie Irving.
I think Fizz is strong enough to keep everybody's spirits up.
But if we win 30 games this year, we will be able to.
That's huge, but that also hurts.
Put money.
I hear you, but that also, in my mind, that hurts what kind of lottery pick I can get.
I mean, who would you want coming out of college, though? Who would you want?
Williamson.
Who are you looking for?
The best,
Zion Williamson, of course.
You know who I want? The best possible player I can get. I want a top 3 pick. There's no reason why the Knicks, with this really young team, and letting it be known.
We'll see what Zion does, though.
Very true, but I mean, right now, that would be imagine that would be the top.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
I mean, he will bring Knicks basketball back if he can do a hell of a season this year.
So fun. Imagine they get him, Kyrie, somebody else with Porzingis. Come on, man.
If Kyrie comes to the Knicks,
fund that team.
I'll sell my left testicle.
You're going to sell it or cut it off?
Sell it.
Well, who wants it? What are they selling it for?
It's big.
For a guy with no testicles.
It's big.
So.
Don't worry about me. I've been doing crack all night.
I'm glad we brought up the Knicks. We'll see. That was good. That was good that you did that. I love that. But we got to get back on a football track. We only got a limited time left. We got to go over the rest of our picks.
See, you still there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, cool, man. All right, what do you guys want to do? Forget the rest of the 1 o'clocks, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
What's the 4 o'clock? Let's run down the 4 o'clocks.
Real quick. Rams hosting the Chargers division game. Rams -7. Their defense is
I like the Chargers.
Unreal.
LA versus LA.
I like the Chargers though.
Yeah, LA versus LA. How crazy is that?
That's pretty funny.
Arizona hosting the Bears.
Bears.
We saw the Bears defense. Everyone got to see that.
Yes.
Last week. The Bears are -6 in Arizona. Arizona looks like they're a little bit above the 3 worst teams in the NFL. That's about it. That's all they've shown us so far. They've been pretty bad.
It's still NFL. That's just what I'm saying. You got Arizona. You're still NFL in Arizona.
Mo's peak interest. Seattle hosting the Dallas Cowboys. Seattle -1 over under 40. So they're saying it's pretty much 21-18, 24-21 game. Right. So I think that's going to be a fun one. If you're a Cowboy fan, I'm just going to be rooting for Seattle.
Fuck the Cowboys.
Which I can't stand.
Fuck them.
We'll see what happens. What do you guys got? Rams. Let's go over the Rams first. Rams -7 hosting the
I'll
Chargers.
take the Rams.
I got the Chargers.
Shout out to Anthony.
I got the Chargers.
Hey, Rock, cousin Anthony, what's up, man? I also like the Rams. I think they win by 10. I think the Chargers try and keep it interesting early, and the Rams.
I'll go.
defense is too
Just
much.
for bet purposes, I will run line the Rams.
Run.
CJ, who you got?
Run line. Yeah, they give him 10. I think it'll be a close game.
Seven.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close game.
Okay.
CJ, who you got? Take the Rams. Yeah,
I
Rams
like
look
the
good.
Rams. Their
At
D
home.
is just until someone can really score on them. I mean, Phillip Rivers. Let's see what he's got. But until someone shows me that they can score on them, I don't see the Chargers doing it today. Next game we got Arizona, like I said, hosting the Bears, coming off a big win. What do you
Lil
guys
Mac
got?
makes such a big difference on that defense. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, he's going to make a big difference on any.
I just like the
big
Bears.
difference on any defense.
I like that defense, man. That defense is scary.
Back all day. I'm taking the Bears -6 in Arizona.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Yeah, that's an easy pick for me too. I got the Bears.
You know, what's unfortunate is that, you know, if you're a professional gambler, you win 57, 58% of your games, and we're all agreeing, like, yeah, that's the answer. Watch how wrong we are on every fucking
happens every weekend.
I was good week 1, though. Week 1, I was
So we know where Mo's going. I'll let him elaborate after. I'm going to go with Seattle at home in a tight one. Who you got, C?
What game we got?
Seattle hosting Dallas, -1 in Seattle. Desperate Seattle team.
Seattle.
Taking the home team.
Listen, I don't care who the goddamn Cowboys is playing.
The entire division loses.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, that's a good. You know what,
that's a really
CJ?
good call. It's a really good call.
Yeah, I like that prediction for all
It's
the
going to be a
you know,
tough
games.
game. That's for sure. We're playing in Seattle, right?
It's a really tough place to play.
I don't care if the Cowboys are playing Uppsala; they're going to lose.
Nah, you know what? We beat the Giants last week, didn't we?
Well, that was because of Flowers.
No, enough with
Because of
blaming
Flowers.
Flowers. I'm glad he's not playing today also, but
Yeah.
the whole team sucked. The whole team sucked. And you know what?
It's a big game.
It wasn't nearly as close as that.
But
The Giants
usually-
got some late points that were
Right,
bullshit.
also- wait,
Dallas
hold on.
wiped the floor with
Wait,
that.
don't
And
usually
also-
they go 1-1, right? Last year's the only.
No.
Last 2
They don't go
years
1-1.
they swept us.
No, they
They
don't.
swept us.
They've gone most of the time 1-1. Dallas
And
in
we
recent-
win when it
Dallas
matters.
In recent years has swept them more than the Giants have swept them,
Yes,
but they've
for sure.
usually split.
Right. And we win.
The
We win.
The Eagles have been the
bother
biggest
responses.
problem with the sweeping of the Giants from recent history, last 10 years.
Again, let's talk about Seattle not being the
same
Seahawks.
Seattle. They're not. They're
The
not.
Legion of Boom.
They're
All
not.
that stuff is gone.
There's only 3 guys left on the defense.
Right.
3.
So let's be clear here that the Cowboys can come in and pull off an upset because it's not.
I just think
it's
Pete
not
Carroll's.
Seattle.
I just think Pete Carroll's a better coach.
Who won the last matchup with Seattle and Dallas?
Seattle did.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Seattle's won all of the matchups. in
No,
recent history.
the Cowboys have beat
Seattle beat them
in Seattle before. I think
Seattle
like
beat
3
them
years
in
ago.
Dallas last time they played.
We'll
Didn't
see.
Dallas beat them the year they won the Super Bowl?
That's why the spread is so low.
No, that's understandable.
So, and then we got the night game, New England at the Lions.
And I think that's going to be easy money. That's my bet of the day. New England is going to torch them. They're -6.5. Patricia, their old defensive coordinator,
It's like
he has
the-
no clue what's going on. And what's the record? You know, if you want to look it up, I wish we had young Scotty here. What's the record of New England after a loss?
Sure.
Oh man.
After a loss, they lose 2 in a row? No, they dominate the next game they play. Domination.
Yeah.
They're going to kill Detroit. Detroit's one of those teams that's worse than the Cardinals, which I said is probably
Maybe 96-3 at the end of the game.
And on top of that, there's an underlining story too, right? The head coach.
Patricia.
Right.
Patricia was a defensive.
And
all these guys that leave
And the
Belichick,
Patriots
they
got
get-
Josh Gordon.
Exactly, and then he's going to pick up, and he's going to be. They're going to throw him the ball right away.
Right away.
Welcome to my team.
Yeah,
You know
Josh
what?
Gordon, yeah.
You know,
Is it in
clean yourself
Boston?
up.
Is it in Boston?
No, it's in Detroit.
In Detroit.
Which is a dome, which means Tom Brady can do whatever. he wants.
No elements. Just the light.
Weather elements.
Just the lights.
CJ, who you got in that game?
Come on.
Oh man. Who do you think? Who do you think? I'm going with the
Lions.
Yeah, you're going with the Lions?
No.
I mean,
Crazy?
no.
No,
What's
right.
what's really funny is we all. The hitchhiker took the Chargers. That was the only difference, and Mo, the Dallas fan, took the Cowboys. Everything that we agreed on.
Hey,
That should be our parlay.
So you know that the odds are good.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that because we are professionals here at The Score. Everyone
I hope
knows
so.
that. Nonfiction Radio, the only sports show we got on The Score, is The Score on Nonfiction Radio. And
We do have to keep track. We do have to keep track of our wins
Picks.
and
Yeah, I'm down with
Yeah,
that.
we gotta go back. I gotta go back into the record.
I got them all. I'll share the stats so far.
You gotta go back in week 1 and listen to that whole thing.
But if I had to pick one, my pick would the guarantee that I would ride my mortgage on would be New England covering the 6.5 spread.
Yeah, but what would you win? What would you win?
If I cover the spread, what do you mean? It's minus 110, just like anything else. I'm going with what do you mean?
Yeah, I mean.
I'm saying my best bet. That's like the one that I'm most confident in.
Best bet of the day.
Hey, CJ, did you watch any of the college games yesterday?
No, but what I did, I did. I did watch a few of the college games. Very good game. A lot of blowouts, but there was some upsets.
Yeah.
I did see, who was that big upset? Was it Texas Tech that got upset? No. You guys help me out here.
Let me see.
Oh, my God. This was the upset of upset, too.
Let me see.
Who lost? Who lost? The top 10?
I mean, it was like they were like 29-point underdog, and they won convincingly.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Purdue over Boston College. Boston College was ranked. No. How about
Old Dominion over Virginia Tech?
That's it. Old Dominion
beat Virginia Tech.
49-35.
Old Dominion beat Virginia Tech.
That's it.
Yep.
By 2 touchdowns.
Yep. They put up 28 in the fourth quarter.
Yo, I gotta watch that game. I want to see what was
Virginia Tech
Old Dominion.
ranked 13th.
You know what? Old Dominion has a good basketball team, to be honest.
Yeah, that was a big upset.
That spoils Virginia Tech's season. The only thing I could say that can save them is Notre Dame being undefeated when they go to Virginia Tech in 2 weeks.
And shout out to the quarterback at Old Dominion. He threw for 495 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Oh, he got some loving last night.
Blake LaRussa. 495 yards.
God damn.
4 touchdowns. Yeah, he went off.
Good for you,
That's his scouting pick just went up.
Good for you.
His scouting pick just went up.
Just beat a BCS top.
It's ridiculous. That's putting everybody on the board. Thanks to Blake.
See, we were talking earlier about that, and then one of the late games was Stanford marching back and beating Oregon. That was a really fun game if you were watching that.
Yeah, that was the late
game. Yeah.
Won that game in overtime. It was great. Stanford.
You know what I did watch again, though, fellas? I watched the replay of the Triple G.
I watched that fight, too, again. I watched it this morning, man. You know what? Triple G.
Canelo came out on fire, bro. Like it was nothing Triple G could do to get him from getting inside, and he changed the fight up. So that's what it was crazy because Triple G won probably 3 of the last 4 rounds.
He definitely did,
but it wasn't enough.
But it wasn't enough. I gave like the first 6. Me looking at it again, I gave the first 6 rounds.
To Canelo.
Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
I think the judges did too. He won that.
Those body shots were.
That third fight's going to be amazing.
Those body shots were too much, man.
The body shots were crazy. And, like, he would counter. Like, he took a hit to give up one. Like, he might have took 2 hits to give up one big of his.
Yeah.
So that's how I could see the scoring was crazy. But you talking about who was the more banged-up fighter? Canelo was killing Triple G.
Triple G's never been hurt like that before.
Triple G's face, I never seen Triple G's face like that. I never heard his corner talk to him, and the corner was speaking to him like they were down big. I know you try to encourage a fighter, you might lie or you let him know it's a close fight, but the corner was really concerned. Triple G was concerned, and Arturo was comfortable when he felt that power from the first fight. That's why he didn't care about going in. He's a Mexican.
Yeah, they're notoriously tough people. Tough boxers. For
I would
sure.
never fight a Mexican. I don't care what his record is.
Concrete jaws.
I myself trying to kill him. He's not no Mexican.
Yeah. You know what? I will say Triple G finished out the fight very strong. Like you said, he definitely won maybe 3 or the last 4 rounds.
Do you think Canelo took his foot off the gas a little bit because he knew he was up?
No, I don't think he took his foot off the gas.
You just think he ran out of gas? He ran out of gas, yeah.
He was still throwing.
Because he was the aggressor, and Triple G turned into the counter fighter. But Canelo was putting the pressure on, so the later rounds, Triple G was in better shape, even though he's older, but it was too late.
Yeah. Again, that was definitely a good fight, man. I watched it again this morning and was like, wow, these guys went at it toe to toe for 12 rounds straight.
And then you know what? Then you just think about it like, damn, how the hell did Floyd beat Canelo Alvarez?
He did.
Floyd is a bad motherfucker.
He did. But you know what, CJ? Also, what I noticed too, what you said last week was that Triple G looks like the better boxer, right? The more skilled boxer, whereas Canelo is more the aggressor and the guy that is more of the brawler, whereas Triple G is more of the actual boxer, which I noticed a lot. Triple G was putting together a lot of combinations.
Yeah, that was what I thought before, but I think Alvarez kind of proved me to be wrong because he looked like more the boxer in that last fight. Something looked different about him. His defense was better. He flipped a lot of punches.
Yeah.
His counter is always crazy, but it was on point against Triple G. He just looked different. He looked sharper. Like that was his hungriest fight, and he went out there and put it all out there and won.
Yeah. No, definitely a good fight, and definitely gets the fans ready for Triple G Canelo or Canelo Triple G3. So
did he name book it yet? Right?
Not yet.
No, not for a while. They won't book that. Last topic. We can bring up McGregor the fight, but we might as well bring this up, right? Tiger Woods, y'all. Tiger Woods, y'all. He's at 3 strokes going into today. Is he gonna win one?
Tiger, pull up the putt.
I hope he does.
That McGregor fight.
That's gonna be unbelievable.
You got to give it up to Conor McGregor, man. He comes back from 2 years and takes the biggest, challenge.
Yeah.
There is. I mean, the brothers. Floyd Mayweather. He go for the big fight.
Yeah, that's what he does. Yeah, he's had 2 titles in 2 different weight divisions, guys. I mean, the guy, he doesn't care. He knows he's a showman. He's tough enough. He's smart enough fighter too. He knows what he's doing. We'll see what happens.
Very interesting.
I can't wait for that Mayweather fight. I'm sorry. I just
Mayweather.
I just.
What? Did you just say you can't wait for the Mayweather fight?
I want to see it.
That's what he said.
Mayweather what? Mayweather who?
Pacquiao.
Mayweather
Pacquiao.
Pacquiao.
God. I don't want to watch
Nobody wants to see that.
I don't want to see it, man.
Now, if you don't see it, and Pacquiao knocks out Mayweather, what would you say?
I don't care.
What if you don't care?
I'd say I don't care.
Remember Rocky when Rocky fought Apollo at the end of Rocky? They should just have
like a bathroom brawl. Like a bathroom brawl.
Pay-per-view. Like don't even sell seats.
What about a bare knuckle fight?
Just have him fight in the gym.
Would you pay for a bare knuckle fight?
Those guys can't fight bare knuckle. Whoever gets the first hit in wins.
Hey Jack, have him fight in the Kumite.
Hey, you're the ref.
The Kumite.
I'm gonna bring my referee outfit, man. Just for that. Fighting the Kumite.
Hey Jack Stevens, what you said? You referee a slap boxing match between 2 crackheads?
Yeah, I referee a dope fiend at the bus stop yesterday. He was trying to get off the step. I said, hold it, man. The step got you. Step wins. Step wins.
Step wins. Stop the fight. Stop the fight. Step 1.
Stop the fight, man.
Man, y'all shout out. What time is it, man? What else? You got to wrap it up?
Nah, we still got some time.
I know, we got to let that go, man. When the mic?
Yo, Mo always says, we got a lot of time. And then Mike's like, we got 2 minutes of commercial break. I'm like, see, man, I told you.
Mike come in and sound like a creep.
Tiger Woods?
That's what I'm saying. Tiger Woods is up. He's up 3 strokes going into today.
Let's see if he can pull it off.
Tiger Woods is up 3 strokes. Can he do it?
And with the Ryder Cup coming up, it's USA versus Europe. Tiger, the next. See,
you're coming like a creep.
The next 3 guys behind him.
Roy McIlroy.
Yeah, the Spanish guy and 2 Brits.
McElroy.
McElroy's Irish, but he bows down. So I don't.
Yeah, we'll see if Tiger
with that big.
He's British.
See if Tiger still is the old Tiger who can hold the lead when he goes into the final round.
Tiger tees off today at 2:05 for those interested in the.
We gotta watch that.
Yeah, he'll have.
I mean, that may be the giant Tiger game on one.
Well, you're going to a place with multiple TVs.
I would love to go to St. James Gate.
Shout out to Dylan's.
I would love to go to St. James Gate.
It's gonna be all.
But I want food and shots, and I want to not pay for none of them.
There you go.
Oh man.
So that's the good.
Hey, whoever thought like Tiger Woods right now ranked 16th, man.
Yeah.
And then you got somebody like Justin Speak at 32. Who would have thought that?
Yeah,
like 2 years ago, nobody.
Yeah.
2 years ago with Justice Spieth when he was winning.
Everybody was talking like Spieth was the new. That's the crazy thing about golf, man. So to have those accomplishments like the greats like Phil Nick and Tiger Woods in the game of golf is crazy to hold on like that.
Yeah, it's a good golf year.
It's tough to stay up like that. You can only name a handful of names historically. Guys have good runs, but they don't stick around very long, like you just said with Spieth. I think Spieth will bounce back, but you're right though, man. It's tough to be relevant for as long as what he's done.
And on top of that, I mean, more recently, he hasn't been winning and closing out, but he's been up there on the leaderboard.
He's been up early.
He's been on the leaderboard going into
Sunday. Used to be his day, and when he has the lead on Sunday, that's when he can put his foot on your throat and see what happens. Hopefully he does it.
You remember that Tiger Woods golf? You used to get
that game was so fun.
Oh, that game was so fun.
I'm not a big video game. That game was so fun.
Oh my God, many of ours were spent.
Remember, it's like all of a sudden, you know, and then it's like, dum, 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 dum. It was a heartbeat. Yes, I know this is going in.
You got Tiger Vision.
That was fun.
Tiger Vision was
that
dope.
game was awesome.
Tiger Vision was shit. You knew that was going in.
I remember that
60-foot putt there. Tiger Vision like that. Yeah, it's going down.
You had 4 niggas at the house. You had 4 people at the house. You like, fuck it, but we ain't waiting to play Madden.
We're playing golf.
Put that Tiger on. Everybody had a little fun.
Yeah, that was great. I remember those days.
So, hey, CJ, man, thanks for calling.
Old golf game.
Hey, C, man, thanks for being available. And we know you got a busy schedule. Again, shout out to the success over at Apollo.
Oh man, congrats, brother.
But thank you for your picks. Even though I can't believe you went against my Cowboys. But that's all right.
That's what I'm talking about. Saying you redeemed yourself.
You put me out on an island.
You redeemed yourself.
That's okay.
You redeemed yourself, Daniel son.
That's okay. So
Daniel son.
But yeah, brother. So
brother, good luck.
Hey, C. Tell your neighbor who I seen on your live yesterday to give me a bit. He need to get your 6-pack back, or I'm coming up there with the shotgun.
Oh, my man across the street, Pete.
Yeah, he drunk all your beer.
Across the street, Pete. Yeah, the yard sale popping still. So if anybody needs some water boots or a river raft, come over here and get it, man. My man across the street, Pete, got it. You don't got to go to Mold. You can go across the street to Pete.
There we go. All right,
CJ.
Follow CJ at
Peace, bro.
At Crack CRAXX Comedy. On Instagram.
Sponsored by
his Instagram post
St. James Gate and Lily Tea Company.
Yeah, shout out to St. James Gate and LilyTeaCompany.com. Feel free to order the best tea in the world.
Monday night, real quick. Tampa Bay -1 at home against the struggling Pittsburgh Steelers.
And that's Jamin.
I like Pittsburgh too.
Winston's first his return back after his suspension.
He's not starting.
He's not?
No way. Why would they? You play the hot hand. I'm going Tampa Bay. Keeping it going. Monday night, the home teams win.
It's true.
Pittsburgh Steelers disarray. That's what I'm going with. Yo, this is the score. Good luck to the Giants today. The Yankees today.
Yep.
Everybody have fun. Hope all your bets come through.
Fuck the Cowboys.
Except for CJ's.
Fuck the Cowboys.
Let's go Seahawks.
All right, guys. This is the Score Nonfiction Radio, and we out of here.
Are you going towards Tennessee?
That's right. Anybody who's going towards Tennessee,
please call. Drop off the hitchhiker. All right, just get him back by Sunday.
Are you going towards Tulsa?
Jack Stevens up with us.
Later.
Peace.
Stupid.
Yo, I was so high one day. I was hitchhiking on the highway. Swear to